There's something magical that happens inside those four painted lines. Yes, there's tackles, saves, goals, but that's not the magic I'm talking about. The FFA Cup, the pinnacle of knockout tournaments, where over 700 teams from grassroots to professional clubs battle it out to be Australia's champion. And it's here, on this stage, in front of these fans, where the magic really happens. Because there are no second chances, no days off, no excuses. To win, you need to be the best on the day. And just like when David bested Goliath, when the odds are stacked against you, when winning seems impossible, magic happens. We've seen the giants fall before, and it will happen again. So allow yourself to dream. The fans can dare to dream that this is the day, the chance for glory. The magic of the FFA Cup is real, and the time is now.
Yes, good evening and welcome to the FFA Cup qualifying final number 2. Tonight's game sees Adelaide City taking on MetroStars. It's taken a while to get here, but one of these two teams are going to get into that final 32 to get themselves on the national stage. We are live from the Velo Football Centre. The FFA Cup qualifying final number 2. Adelaide City taking on MetroStars. Yes, once again, good evening and welcome to those people watching through Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Good to have your company on a Wednesday night here in Adelaide. Fairly cold, but thank goodness the rain's staying away momentarily. It is the final hurrah for one of these two teams, Adelaide City taking on MetroStars for a prize ticket to go into the FFA Cup Final 32. And of course, the winner will go on to play in the Federation Cup against last night's winners, Adelaide Olympic. Your commentary team for this evening is Paul Pellizzari and Rob Peppicelli. It's a very good evening to you, Mr. Peppicelli.
Yeah, good evening, Paul. Good evening to the viewers who are going to be watching this. If you think last night was a good game, tonight's going to be a ripper. Adelaide City and MetroStars, two teams in great form in their local league. Adelaide City winning 5-0 against Cumberland. MetroStars, good win 2-0 over the Adelaide United Youth. So both teams in pretty good form. And it's going to be a great game tonight.
Absolutely. And joining us down boundary side, he's looking very casual at the moment, doesn't he? Is he ready for the cameras? Mark Brazzali, I don't think he's ready. He's not by the looks of it. Braz is down there on the sideline. But, yeah, we'll get his attention very shortly, Rob. But as you mentioned, last night, of course, Adelaide Olympic beating Campbelltown 1-0. A very tight affair. What are you expecting tonight?
I'm expecting a torrid affair. Both teams, Adelaide City and MetroStars, we know the Italian back. It isn't like a little derby against each other. They always like to beat each other. So Adelaide City in the black and white, MetroStars in the red and yellow. It's going to be a ripper of a game, and both teams, as I said before, have been in great form.
Okay, we're looking forward to tonight's big action. We might go through the qualies that got these two teams to where they are at the moment. There it is on screen, Robbie, if you want to walk us through that.
Okay, the road to the quarterfinals, as I saw that last night as well, isn't it? Adelaide City 4-2 over Sturt Lions in the quarters. Campbelltown 4-1 against Adelaide Comets. MetroStars, they won 5-2 against State League 1 team in Playford, 5-2 that is. And last night Olympic, well, it's not last night, it's 2-0 against Croydon Kings in the quarterfinals. But we know last night Olympic winning 1-0 against the Campbelltown Red Devils in a ding-dong battle. Chittadini scoring the goal. I did say Butterfingers Harpers last night, but he saved some rippers last night. It was a quality game, but that goal went through his fingers, and that was the difference between both teams.
And, of course, these two teams tonight, Adelaide City top of the local league with 17 points. But it is a very tight affair. It's
all the way to 6.
MetroStars only 3 points behind them in 5th position with 14 points. Rob, maybe just talk us through some head-to-heads.
Okay, looking at the head-to-heads there in where we're going in the June this season. Adelaide City winning 3-1, so that's in this season's clash against MetroStars, obviously. Adelaide City winning 4-1 last season, and MetroStars winning 2-1 also last season. Last season, 1-1 draw, 4-2 in the season of 2019. MetroStars winning that one, and Adelaide City winning 1-0 in 2019. So Adelaide City got the slight hand there in more games they've won, I think, if I read it rightly.
Adelaide City, 41 meetings, 16 wins to Adelaide City, 18 losses.
Oh, so it's more Metro.
So it's Metro that are holding sway here between the two teams, 18 to 16, and they've only had 7 draws, interestingly. So there's always a result between these two teams. Most interesting, the lead up to this game for tonight, and winning form is good form. Adelaide City, I don't know if you went through this, Rob, but Adelaide City, a good 5-0 victory over Campbelltown. They lost 2-0 to the Comets, did Adelaide City. They beat Sturtline, as we saw, 4-2 in the finals there in the lead up to this game. And they also beat MetroStars 3-1 in the season proper in June. So that's an interesting result. I think he's got his ears on now. We welcome down at Boundary Side, Mark Brazzali. A very good evening to you, Brazza.
Good evening, guys. How are you?
Good, mate. Can we see you, mate? You don't want to walk out. We want to see you.
How you going?
I think he's a bit shy after the big rap we gave him last time. The ever young looking, forever young.
Not at all, mate.
Mark
Not at all.
Brazzali, there he is on the boundary line. Got a nice tight shot of him there. I don't know who's on the tight cameras, but these two teams tonight, Adelaide City top of the local league, and MetroStars only 3 points behind them, Brazza in 5th spot, so it's a very tight affair.
Oh, definitely. But look at both teams, especially in the last 2-3 weeks, really coming into form. Metro the last 2 weeks got good results. Adelaide City's got 2 good results. So, you know what I mean, and it's to be honest, it's a great night for it. So far, but not jinx us. But look, it's all there for a blockbuster.
Absolutely. We'll go through those lineups because the teams aren't too far away from making their way onto the park. Adelaide City, the host team tonight, of course, on a neutral venue except for Adelaide Olympic. Adelaide City, the host tonight. Alexander Woodlands is in goals for Adelaide City. The captain, Matty Halliday, wears the number 4. Bradley Corbo wears the number 6. Nicholas Booker, number 10. Charlie DeVroe, number 11. Number 13, Lockie Barr. 14, Aladdin Idaborna. He's an excitement machine. Number 5, Thomas Brown. 23, Jai King-Byrne. 45 is Marcus Orchard. 77 is Asad Kasumovic. And on the bench for Adelaide City tonight, number 7, Nicholas Harpus. There's a name from last night, Robbie. Number 8, Joey Costa. Number 9, Luca Chikwuba. Number 30, Nicholas Robinson. 33, Darcy Dorber. 20, Austin Ayubi, and the reserve keeper for Adelaide City is Sebastian Scousi. If you're wondering why there's so many subs, Rob,
they're allowed 7.
We found out tonight they're allowed 7.
I told you that last night, didn't I?
I don't know. I wasn't listening to you.
You never listened to me.
No,
anyhow, looking at the lineup, Aladdin Idaborna scored a hat trick on the weekends. He kept keep the ball, so he kept the ball there on Saturday. 5-0 win over Cumberland. So looking at the MetroStars lineup, guys. In goals, we've got number 1, Isaac Carmody. Good to see him back playing. Was out from up to round 5 or 6, I reckon. So great to see the number 1 goalkeeper in goals there. 4 is Justin Davis. Mr. Henderson, number 5, Tim Henderson, playing today. 10 is the captain, Anthony Salania. 11 is Arieth Piol. 14, Dylan Smith. 18, Fabian Barbiero. Number 20 is Joshua Maury. 22, Hamish Gow. 23, Christian Esposito. And 68, Kalalu Kamara. That's the starting lineup for MetroStars. On the bench is number 3, Luke Frangagis. Number 8 is Rocky Callisto. 15, Nicholas Zokas. 19, Cooper O'Donnell. 2 is Connor O'Reilly. And the reserve goalkeeper, number 45, Jackson O'Donnell. Actually, there is another player. It's number 16, Francesco Scamizzi, playing on the bench as well.
It's a big name at MetroStars, isn't it, Scamizzi?
He's the son of the famous.
Famous.
What was his first name again? Vince.
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 Yep.
Yeah. certainly their number one striker in the old days. The officials for today's clash, it is Curtis Wordsworth, the referee. His assistant is Jack Robinson and Nick Allergen. The fourth official is Gary Powell.
There he is on screen, our boundary rider for tonight, Mark Brazzali, getting a little bit easier than Benny Dale last night. Poor old Benny again did a Robbie Detroit with no umbrella, but he got soaked. How was it down there tonight, Mark?
Oh, it's a beautiful, guys. It's look, it's a slight breeze, not much. It's great conditions for football tonight. So, obviously the weather last night wasn't great, and if we look at the weather report this week, I thought tonight was going to be a horror. But it makes it for a really good games with two great teams that are a lot of tradition in them, and obviously coming into good form. So, you really wouldn't pick a winner tonight at the moment. The form that they're both coming into. So I'm expecting a great game.
And if that's the case, of course, we go to extra time tonight, and if it can't be settled after extra time, we do go to penalties. So I don't know, weather-wise, we could probably handle penalties tonight. Last night we couldn't have. We spoke about winning form is good form, Brazza. Adelaide City, the WLWWDL. Let's have a look at MetroStars. They got a lot of W's there. They beat Adelaide United 2-0 last time out. They beat Sturt Lion 3-0 last time out. And in the finals, in the Cup, I should say, beat Playford Patriots 5-2. They did lose to Adelaide City back in June this year in the season proper. They beat Blue Eagles 1-0 and they lost to Campbelltown 4-2. What do you read into that? Because their victories, Sturt Lion, okay, you would pencil that in for a victory. They 2-0 over Adelaide United might have been their best scalp of late, if I could say.
Last week.
Yeah, look, I've been speaking to Robbie a couple of weeks ago, and like a few other teams going around the traps, he's had a problem with injuries. Scaling down, so he's had to, obviously put in a couple of young boys. Matty Dorber, as I spoke to him just before we went on to air, unfortunate accident at training, broke his leg.
Wow.
When you get these little things like that happen, or not little, they're big, it just changes the dynamics of your year. Because you're playing your season, you're playing with these players, and then all of a sudden it just goes pear-shaped. So, it's about readjusting. And look, as I said, Robbie's done a fantastic job in readjusting, where he's pulled in 2 good wins in the last 2 weeks, which puts him back into form and puts him back into hunt of being a competitive side again.
Robbie, we spoke about it last night. You did say that the winner of this game tonight and the winner of last night's game obviously goes to the Federation Cup.
Cup final, yeah.
But they're more hungry to win this qualifying final, if I could say.
It's a big stage, isn't it, Mark? I think your team did it.
Well, it is, yeah.
We did it
in 2:15, and it's a fantastic. It's a fantastic night to win anything. To be honest,
Is it the financial windfall, Brazza, that is...
It's not a financial.
I think it's a little bit of everything.
No, the home game. If you draw an A-League team, it's a financial windfall.
Yeah, of course. You obviously get an A-League club, and obviously you get the bum through the gates where you can make some good money a part of the club. But I think, and I'm not sure on this, I think this year they've changed the format where the two teams actually are going in. So I think it's pretty sure, I'm not sure if it's the 2 finalists or the winner of the FA Cup and whoever wins the top 5. I'm not sure.
It's Olympic yesterday, they've qualified, and the winner tonight.
Yes, but both teams go straight through, whereas in 2:15, 2:16, it's only the winner. So
that's right.
We've got two teams going through there, which is fantastic for everybody.
As you can see on screen, the teams making their way onto the pitch. Adelaide City in their traditional black and white stripes, MetroStars in their yellow and red stripes, Rob.
Red and yellow.
Red and yellow. Sorry, you had your hand up. I thought you wanted to...
No, that's all right. I just wanted to mention, don't forget you can comment on the Facebook page, the Football South Australian Facebook page, if you want to comment. Some of the guys have already commented already. Nothing to do with soccer, by the way. Dan Deeran was wondering if you gentlemen could help him. I'm looking to find the right balance in my eggplant lasagna.
I don't even know why you said that, Rob.
To be related to the amount of Parmesan cheese.
I don't even know why you said that, but go on. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
Oh, the other one was, should be a good game by Darren Jackson.
Okay, if you want to make comment on Facebook, hopefully soccer related, you can
soccer
do that.
Related, please.
Rob, these games tonight on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Good to have your company. And, of course, when the season reverts back to normal, MPL TV is your platform for that. But these cup finals are through through Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And tell your friends, pass the links on. I think it's going also to the FA Cup link as well. So anyone interested in the FFA Cup can be watching this worldwide. It is the FFA Cup qualifying final tonight. Adelaide City taking on MetroStars, and Brazil, you can't separate them, only 3 points separate them on the table, but even goals scored, Adelaide City 17, MetroStars 14, City have conceded 10, MetroStars 12, so there's really not too much between these two teams.
No, definitely not. Look, both teams, if you look at the squads tonight, a lot of firepower, plenty of guys in both teams that can put the ball in the back of the net. So, you know, it's a final, it's a semi-final. You know, it's up for everybody tonight to show what they can do.
Okay, let's put
out
out
the new strip of Adelaide City.
Yeah, I do. What's new about it?
The thinner black.
Yeah,
and
no,
all
it's
white
good.
at the back.
Okay, here's one for you. What about the training? The training strip? Do you like the J on the tracksuit? You know how Juventus and Italy have gone the
J.
new
Yeah,
logo.
I don't mind that,
You like the J?
I like the J.
Brazil, you like the J?
I do. It's definitely, you know, you know, it's really smart. I mean, the colours tonight looks good.
J is for Juventus, is that right? Is that why
is.
they got the J?
Yep.
That's right. But in Italy, there's no J in the alphabet,
So
so that J looks a little I-ish, Juventus. And here in Australia, where we do have the J.
Yes. I mean, we see West Adelaide Hellas, gone to Hellas, and also Adelaide Raiders Croatia. I mean, Adelaide City,
All right,
if
boys.
they want to revert to Juventus,
Adelaide
no problem.
City are the favourites tonight with the bookies. How do you see it, Brazil? Who are you tipping in 90 minutes?
Look, I'm probably going to go Metro. I think, look, as I said, that they're playing into form in the last few weeks. I think the experience that they've got on the pitch, I think they'll just slightly get ahead.
Robbie?
Yeah, I think Adelaide City should win this game, and just win.
Yeah, I'll go with Adelaide City as well. Winning form is good form. They're not top of the table for nothing, but in saying that, in a cup final, anything can happen. The winner of this obviously goes to the last 32 of the FFA Cup and also into the grand final of the Federation Cup here in South Australia. Referee gets us underway. Adelaide City kicking to left of screen in their black and white. MetroStars kicking to right of screen, and Brazza, there's no wind advantage tonight.
No, definitely not. It's good conditions, so we're ready for a good game.
So the ball's on the far side. Adelaide City attacking. It will be a throw-in to MetroStars. Going down the line. It goes over the sideline. Actually, Irabona kept it in. Adelaide City through
King Brian.
Jai King.
Burn.
It
Would you
is.
say that King Burn?
Just Jai King.
No. Oh, okay.
Jai King, hyphenated Burn, yes.
So what's his surname?
King, we normally call him Jai King. Don't know why the Burn's there.
Because his surname must be hyphenated, I would imagine.
We've always known him as Jai King, so I'll leave it with that. Anyhow, it is Orchard going back towards Devereaux. Booker to Orchard. In the way, though, the MetroStars defence. Arieth Piol with the ball, trying to get Murray on his way. But in the way is Captain Halliday. Made the move back to Adelaide City from Olympic, the team we saw last night. Adelaide City going just across there to Booker. Occasionally controls it. Halliday to Orchard. Orchard for Adelaide City. In ball to Devereaux. Back to Halliday to Devereaux. They're playing keepies off at the moment. Going backwards there towards
Lockie Barr.
Lachlan Barr, former Metro.
Yeah, I thought so.
Played with Adelaide City though last year, but a couple of years ago it was with MetroStars. MetroStars was the throw-in.
Smith going backwards. Mr. Henderson, as Robbie calls him, but better known as Henderson to us, or Tim Henderson. Played up to Barbiero. There's some experience there. Chips the ball forward, sending Murray on a bit of a run, but too heavy for him. And Halliday will see that nicely over the line for a goal kick to Adelaide City. Just heavy on that as we watch on replay. Ball through to Murray. Thought was good.
Brazza, noticing Gal playing in the fullback position tonight.
Yeah, Robbie's gone with obviously a 4 at the back and a 4-3-3, where it looks like Barbs is playing that 8 role when he's getting forward and back. So, yeah, interesting actually.
Corbo, misdirected ball. Henderson back to his keeper. Carmody clears over the halfway line. Good distance on that. Comes down to Solania for MetroStars. He goes wide. Esposito there. Scored a penalty, I think it was. Well, no, his penalty was saved last week and got the rebound. Gow into Solania. comes inboard. Kamara. Gee, that was a good ball, but well read by Orchard and Adelaide City. Break.
Goes into attack. Kosmovic. Kusumovic, that is, sorry. Piol. Looking for Maury. Goes over the sideline. It will be a throw-in. Orchard. Normally plays up front. And more of it, the left side. Kusumovic had it. Booker was there too, but goes over the sideline. Just in front of our commentary position. Dimitri Pappas, good luck. Metro, have a good call, Robin Paul. Thank you, Dimitri. Legend of the stats, isn't he?
He is. I was going to say that guy gives so much to the game and knowledge. Booker to Orchard, who gives a falcon to Maury. But Maury not even flinching. Courageous stuff from the throw-in. Devro centres it. Itaborn is brought down, and the referee sees the first foul of the night, going the way of Adelaide City. Watching on replay, fairly obvious in front of the... Oh, not really that obvious. Yeah, Esposito claiming his innocence. Gee, I didn't see too much contact there, Rob, but the referee closer than us.
He made it look good, didn't he?
He did make it look good.
So Devereaux over the ball. He's got somebody lurking on that far side. Kusomovic could be up there. Goes in, Adelaide City. Hey! Hits the crossbar. Is it going in on the rebound? Still there, goal. No, yes. Penalty, what is it?
Offside.
Offside in the end.
It was
Offside.
like a pinball machine, Robbie. I don't know how you even attempted to call that, but you did very well, my friend. If we see that on replay, if we can make sense of that, how that didn't go
like
in.
a pinball machine, like you said.
The bottom line is, how did that not go in? Just watching on replay from the free kick. You were right about the floater at the back. Centering it to the 6-yard box. Hits the crossbar on the first occasion. Goes wide with that backup header. Hits the crossbar on the second. It was so long, that play. It even exceeded our replay frames. Wow, still 0-0 after 5 minutes here in the FFA Cup qualifying final.
Gee, how that didn't go in was unreal.
Fantastic set piece, going to the back post and the header coming through. I was still wondering how that didn't go in.
Yep. Anyway, Henderson now with some defending to do for MetroStars. They go back to their keeper, Carmody, who clears. Nice conditions, I think, compared to last night. Ball in the middle of the park, flicked on by Devereaux. Only to the advantage of Gow for MetroStars, who goes back to his keeper again. Looks like a new strip for the keeper, Carmody. Oh, gee, almost having an airy was Kamara, but got away with it. And Carmody clears the danger to Esposito.
They go into attack, trying to find Piol, Lachlan Barr. That's his position, stopper. Played a couple of other positions last season. Very comfortable there. As it goes to Maury. Maury with the ball. Davis. Kamara. Great player, Kamara.
How recent was Lockie Barr at Metro last season?
Henderson, 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
He played with Adelaide City last year.
Okay.
Goes in. Actually went to Melbourne, I think, first because of the COVID. Came back and played with Adelaide City. So here's MetroStars just pushing it around. Esposito. Ends up with Mr. Henderson.
How
Who's
come he
booing
got
it?
booed? Yeah.
I don't know.
The Bronx cheer down there, Brazza.
Solana. Captain Solana goes to Henderson.
Good crowd
Left side of the
tonight.
park, Barbura, I think, is there. Yeah, it is a good crowd. Henderson.
Do you know the history, Brazza, why Bendo's getting booed by the Adelaide City faithful?
I got no idea. He's been at Metro for all these years, so
Must have done something of late.
They go into attack. Esposito turns. Goes short to
Oh, Smith.
Dylan Smith.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite control it. Gal was there. And in the back, Barbura's in the back lines at the moment. Carmody slips and gets his boot to it. There's a lot of rain last night. I'm not sure if the pitch is a little bit damp.
There's a 17 out there for Adelaide City. I only have a 77.
Sunset Strip.
So there is a 77. Who's 17, lads? Do we have clarification?
Oh, I'll get it here.
Thomas Brown.
Thomas Brown. Thank you. Not number 5. As listed on the team sheet. But anyway. So it's MetroStars in defence. And it's been Adelaide City, these early stages of this first half.
Yeah, you're
Play
right.
predominantly in their attacking half. Maury's being held by Orchard, but play on, says the referee. Finding Davis in the end. Davis from MetroStars now looks up. Barbiero on offer. Gets that way, Barbiero takes on Booker and wins. Experience there between those two. Solania now looking to switch the play. Henderson goes short to Solania in the middle of the park for MetroStars. Goes wide to Gow. Solania telling him to go long, but he goes backwards instead. Henderson, Kamara. Gee, the few times I've seen MetroStars, I've liked this Kamara. Very well balanced player. Finds Davis. Davis now gets the ball into the box. Here's a chance for Pio on the volley, charged down there. And the first shot in anger for MetroStars.
So Irabona on that far side goes in, goes short, goes to Booker. Booker with the ball, he knows how to run too. Goes short to Orchard. Orchard left side of the park for Adelaide City. Back to Booker it goes. He'll do a little bit of a pirouette there. Goes short to Devereaux. Captain Halliday. Back to Devereaux. But once again Halliday. Goes in long, not a good ball. Easily cut out there by Kamara. Kalu Kamara. Davis back to Kamara. To Henderson.
He's got that from the get-go tonight.
He goes towards the centre. Smith goes all the way back to Carmody.
And that was a hard back pass.
This was. So they're pushing it around. Looking for an opening. In towards Arieth Piol. Looks the goods, the lad. Irabona though has got it. He goes in. Jai King was there, I think. It was. Halliday. Goes back towards the play there. In Lachlan Barr. Back to Halliday. Devereaux to Barr. The far side.
Good
Goes
tall back
short
line, haven't they, Brazza?
to Bradley Corbo.
Tall back line, Brazza. Adelaide City.
Sorry, what was that, Rob?
Paul.
Paul?
It's all right, I've been called worse. That's okay. We'll keep to the live play. As now Irabona, good turn. Under pressure though. Ball goes backwards. Jai King. Well, I reckon it's King Burns. Someone's hurt themselves behind play as Halliday comes forward for Adelaide City. Goes backwards. Devereaux. In fact, they want the ball put out to the players because that player looks like
It's
Piol is in trouble down there. Yep. Does not look in good shape. And sportingly, the boys have put the ball out as for Piol to get some treatment. The replay, we'll have a look at that replay. Yeah, good call there by our producer Bomber. This is the pinball incident for Adelaide City, how the ball didn't go in the back of the net. As Piol gets some treatment, we'll see what happened here. It was a good ball into the box by Devereaux. Plenty of players lurking at that back post. Shipped across goal. There's the header first up by Halliday, hit the bar. That header across goal. And even a kick across. The second one cleared off the line. No, it did actually go in, but there was an offside flag up to save the day for MetroStars.
Good start from both teams. Obviously that chance from Adelaide City, with the set piece. But I think after that wake-up call, I think Metro's the last 5 minutes is starting to control the game a little bit more. So, we're just starting to see both teams now starting to feel each other out a bit more. And obviously Metro had that half chance in the box there.
So he's gone off the pitch to get a bit of treatment, Piol. They haven't subbed him as yet.
Nice sportsmanship there by MetroStars and Adelaide City. Back to the live play.
So Corbo with the ball, goes wide. Goes back inboard. So it's over the sideline for a throw-in.
Looks like he's going to come back on and see if he can run it off.
Hamish Gow will take it. So it's ended up with Esposito. Well, that's actually...
No, it was Esposito.
It was?
Yep. It was. Coming deep to get the ball.
Goes to Davis. Maury inboard to Barbiero.
Hospital ball.
Trying to get to it. All the way back it goes to Kamara. So Kamara looking for Piol. Trying to get to it. Looks like he's recovered. Good interception there by Booker, but reading it well's Kamara. Solania. Dylan Smith. Switch play. That actually goes backwards to Henderson. He's got Gower on the left, but to the right he goes to Davis. So Metro's just pushing it around at the moment. It's on 13 minutes played. We're here at the Velo Football Centre. MetroStars against Adelaide City. The winner will go into the round of 32 in the FFA Cup, along with the Olympic, who got there last night with a 1-0 win over Campbelltown.
As Adelaide City now try to work their way out from defence. Barr moving the ball forward, going wide. And we've worked out that that's Brown on the far side. And Gow trying to clear it, gets a deflection, wins the throw-in for MetroStars. So, Braz, as you said, a bit of a tentative start from both teams, but Adelaide City not pressing too high, letting them come to the halfway line.
Yeah, they're just sitting back and trying to create a block in the middle of the park, and obviously, hopefully, trying to pinch balls in the middle of the park and transition really quick, which is allowing, if you see the last couple of minutes, Metro's just keeping the ball a lot more than what Adelaide City are.
Yeah, but in their defensive half, but I suppose possession. If you've got the ball, you can't concede, can you?
So Lachlan Barr for Adelaide
Well, it's
City.
a matter of not giving it away.
Good run.
Goes long, searching for a player up front there, but it's come unstuck.
I think that was Corbo that went for a bit of a run.
But it's Maury. He's got pace. Son of Damien.
Well, I thought you were going to say something else.
Son of a gun. Damien Maury certainly was. As it goes short, Jai King finds Irabona. Can he use his magic tricks today? As it goes in, cut back chance for Adelaide City.
So good cut back by Brown.
And that's a corner kick. Is it the first one?
Kasumovic well marked too there in the 6-yard box. If we see this on replay, Brown did well to get this ball across into the box. Irabona laying it off for him nicely. Took it to the byline. Then Kasumovic lurking, but reading it best was the Metro defender, and that's the I think that is the first corner of the night. Let's see what Jaden, our statistician, brings up for us. Yes, the first corner kick to Adelaide City for the evening. Left foot in swinger, long and deep. Brown lurking back post, lays it back. Halliday, Kamara, that's optimistic, shouts for handball. Kamara should come out of defence, gets felled, but play on, says the referee. Corbo goes short. Adelaide City now on the charge. Corbo has the ball returned to him near that corner flag. He goes back to Jay King. He gets the ball into the box. It's cleared by Henderson. Maury, good control. Geez, he's sandwiched by two Adelaide City players and wins the free kick.
So free kick to MetroStars. Not much happening in the shot count. Nothing at all, as yet.
No, I think there was. Adelaide City had one charge down.
Oh, yeah, the one.
And
the
also,
box there.
And also Metro had one charge down. That was your free kick on replay. Back to the live play.
Barbiero.
Goal attempts, one to Adelaide City, none to Metro.
There we go. So it's just the one.
So Jaden didn't count that goal attempt. That was
Which
charged.
one?
There was one by MetroStars that was charged down. Tip of the box, but
No.
in fairness, you couldn't see if that.
No. Throw in taken for Adelaide City. Up went Solana.
Ooh. Oh, I don't know how high that was by Esposito, but he's not complaining too much.
It's a free kick. It's high enough.
Well, in the referees.
It's dangerous.
Let's have a look on replay. Yeah, it was, yeah. Well done, ref. Curtis Wordsworth.
Because you're blind, you can't see that far, can you? He's not talking to me.
Listen to Superman with his X-ray vision here, Brazza.
If I'm just looking at the midfield of Adelaide City, they seem to be always having a spare player picking the ball up here with Devereaux or Jai King. I just feel that Metro needs to just step up a little bit, because they're always a spare player picking the ball up.
Yeah, they look more switched on, don't they, Adelaide City?
Yep, they've got the ball at their feet through Bukai. He goes back to Barr. Barr for Adelaide City now, working his way wide to Corbo. Still 0-0 here in the FFA Cup qualifying final. This is the second and last spot available for the final 32 in the FFA Cup. Also booking a ticket to the Federation Cup final. As Adelaide City now switch the ball wide to Orchard. Orchard will get this into the box. Ooh. Oh, it's a zinger, but it goes right across, and Esposito says thank you very much.
Yeah, and they go on the far side. Esposito knows how to run as well. Try to get past. He's still got the ball. Irabona did well for a little fella. Got it to Bucco. Bucco tries to go back to Irabona. Chance for Adelaide City, but they do clear it in the end. Captain Solana sends it over the sideline for a throw-in.
Great play. Watch this on replay. Bucco, beautiful vision, saw the overlapping run into the box, and he split them all too. Found Irabona, who centred it unselfishly. Maybe should have gone it himself.
Should have turned.
In hindsight, but anyway, back to the live play.
So the throw-in on down the line there, Adelaide City. Trying to find, quite pick up the play. It could have been Orchard. Actually, it was Kusomovic. Goes to Jai King. Play there by Charlie Devereaux. Orchard to Bucco. You get the cross there. In the way, though, it's Gao. Only as far as Corbo. Jai King again. Barr. Captain Halliday. So Adelaide City. Looking smooth of the two at the moment.
Definitely more possession.
As they go in. They'll go, I thought it was going to go, Orchard kept it in though. Solana goes back to Davis. Not a good ball. That goes over the sideline for a throw-in to MetroStars.
Adelaide City dominating, you think, Brazza?
Oh, definitely. Again, I'm just watching here in the midfield, and I think I just mentioned it 2 minutes ago, and you just keep looking at it, and Jai King and Devereaux just keep picking the ball up here with no press from Metro. So they're always in a 2v1 situation where LA City's always in favour here.
Mori under pressure finds Barbiero down the line, goes back inboard to Mori. Here's a chance for MetroStars. Rare forte forward, but it's been repelled, but momentarily Davis directing traffic. Starting again from defence, Kamara goes to Henderson. Henderson takes on the player and wins. He goes wide. Esposito goes back to Gao on the far side for MetroStars. Back inboard to Henderson. He finds Kamara. Barbiero quickly to Davis. Davis, Mori next in line. Barbiero. Ball bobbling around a bit. Bucco takes the steal. Irabona leaves it for Brown. Brown now looking, goes back to Irabona. Asked a lot of him, but he did well, the young fella, to get there. And that's a poor turnover. Piol, can he make them pay? Mori wants it in front of him. Piol, Mori. Mori now, can he get it back into the middle? Piol's the only one there with 6 black and white shirts. Always a big ask. 1v6. Guess who won that one?
The one.
I knew you'd say something like that.
Well, he's told you to guess. Anyhow, it's Davis with the ball. With the throw-in just by the corner flag. MetroStars. Under the pump a bit. It's still 0-0 though. Throw-in goes short. Back to Davis. From Mori. Goes all the way back to Kamara. He uses Henderson. Goes to Barbiero. Plenty experienced Barbiero and Henderson. Henderson switches it towards Gale. Captain Solana. Goes in towards trying to find Esposito in the way. Corbo. I reckon this is Corbo's, it's either 150th or 250th game. Did you remember that?
No, I didn't.
I saw somewhere. It's either his 150th.
Dimmy's all over the stats. He might know.
Yeah, Vilil, let me know if he's listening.
From the throw-in. Well, he said hello to us earlier on, so I'm hoping he's watching. Solana goes backwards. FFA Cup qualifying final. This is the last spot in South Australia up for grabs. Barbiero turns it over. Bucco goes back to his defence. Orchard. Devereaux, Orchard. Bucco under pressure. This is better pressing by MetroStars. They forced the turnover, Brazza. That's a bit more like it.
Yeah, they need to just keep pressing here. As I said, I think they're just sitting off a little bit too deep here, where Solana's sitting really on the back shoulders of his two stoppers. I think if they can step up 10 metres and put a bit more pressure on Adelaide City's midfield, they'll start turning him over again.
Always happy to go backwards, and Smith now goes to Gao. He's turned it over to Corbo. Irabona now, almost fouled. Irabona did well to keep his feet. Inboard to Bucco, who can score from that distance, but he backtracks. Devereaux now, short, finds Corbo. Corbo goes back to Bar, and they restart the rebuild from Halliday.
So Halliday goes to Lachlan Bar, to Corbo. Back to Bar and back to Halliday. Booker just finding the man, just playing keepies off at the moment, Adelaide City. Corbo finds the player up there. It's Somovich.
Brown.
Was it Brown? Oh, it's Brown, the tall fellow on that side.
Yep. There's a few boos going at some of the Adelaide City folk as well. Or the Metro giving it to some of the Adelaide City players.
Goes back to Bar. Not exerting themselves at the moment. Now they try to get the pass going.
Could have been a foul. Orchard holding Maury there.
Good work by Maury. Goes back to Davis. Davis looking for Piol. Got his head to it. No support though. Bar gets in the way. Brown. Corbo. Corbo further wide. Back to Brown it goes. In towards Gal though for MetroStars. But Adelaide City try to win it again. Barbiero's there. Esposito gets the 1-2. Just didn't come off that one. That goes over the sideline for a throw in once again.
So throw into Adelaide City on the far side. Game evening up a little more, where Adelaide City had some good possession in their attacking half. MetroStars' possession predominantly came in their defensive half as Halliday, the captain for Adelaide City, thrust forward. Geez, he's turned it over cheaply to Barbiero. Barbiero tries to chip the keeper. Good idea, but just off target. Gee, the keeper well out of his zone there, Woodlands, and he would have been embarrassed had that been on target. Not to be, as Bar comes out of defence. Better pressing by MetroStars, wanting to be first to the ball now, but they've turned it over cheaply to Iraborna, who finds Brown out wide, who comes back to Iraborna. Iraborna now in board, bit of a nudge in the back there to Jay King, but it's come off as Corbo has possession, keeps possession for City. They go wide to Brown, Brown into the hot spot. Henderson gets his head on it, and Esposito may have kept it in. Did so and wins the throw-in.
Yeah, interesting stats there by Dimitri Pappas. Federation Cup head-to-head, Adelaide City 3 wins, MetroStars 4 wins. Last time met in semi-final 2000, MetroStars 2, Adelaide City 0.
Wow. We could call him Bruce Pappas or Dimitri McAvaney. Which one do you like, Dimitri?
Both.
It's always...
I'm asking if it's Corbo's 150th or 250th, Dimitri, if you remember.
So,
you know, you have to remember.
Now he's put his skills out there on show as Esposito has the ball for MetroStars. It's always been tight between these two teams, even in their last meetings. There's always goals in it though, which is good to see in the history. It's Brown now. In fact, there was Kasumovic on the far side. Couldn't find Jay King. Is now Davis finds Maury for MetroStars. They're having a better spell. MetroStars into the box, cleared by Bar. No holds barred defending there. And a better spell by Metro's Brazza.
Yeah, just not enough numbers in the box there, Paul. That's twice that Josh Maury's put some 2 good crosses in. And if you look at the 2 guys on the back post, not willing to make forward runs into the front post.
True, Piol's been the lone ranger in that box as Barbiero has the ball again for MetroStars. Davis goes back to Kamara and they start the rebuild.
So Solania, the captain, they go into attack. Not a good ball though, that one.
Too heavy.
Outside of the foot.
Yeah, good point, Brazza, because even before when Maury broke, Piol was the only one who made an effort to get in that 18-yard box. They've got to get, Esposito's got to get more desperate, and Smith.
Well, they're just hanging, waiting for something in the back post. You know, they've got to be a bit more positive and get through the ball.
So it is Halliday. Right-hand side of the park it goes. Bar sends it into attack, trying to find Kuzumovic. Irabona. Devereaux ends up with Jai King. Burn. As it is on the right-hand side. Gal. Henderson. Solania went behind the Esposito, couldn't quite control it. And over the sideline for a throw-in.
Paul Peslos has done well with this Adelaide City unit, hasn't he, Brazza? Got him top of the table at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. He'd, Paul's come in and recruited very well. Obviously, he's brought some quality into the team.
This man is one of them.
And, the balance of their side is very good.
Good through ball. Kasumovic gets felled accidentally by Kamara in the box. Not too many appeals. Sorry, Brazza, to cut you there, but not too many appeals for a penalty there by the Adelaide City faithful. So all in all fair. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, no, definitely. Look, they're a good side. He's got some very good quality, good balance of young players with a couple of experienced boys back at the club.
Yeah, but in fairness, Matrish got him to the finals in the sixth and almost to a grand final, or prelim at least. So the nucleus was there.
Oh, definitely. Matrish did a great job when he was there, and Paul's obviously implemented what he wants to do, and bringing back, I think Matty Halliday was a huge acquisition for their side, with the experience that he's got. He's been the club captain for the club for many years.
So MetroStars trying to go into attack. Murray was there, but in the way it's Halliday. Piol goes back to Davis. Inboard, Barbura, Kamara. Henderson.
Careful.
Two plays in between there. He's lost out with Buckle. Actually, Buckle playing his 299th game tonight. Dimitri Peppers. So next week, Buckle, next game. Buckle plays 300th. As it is, Solana into attack. Looking for Murray. In the way there is Halliday.
I can just imagine Dimitri go through all the paperwork trying to find Corbo stat.
I saw somewhere Corbo's playing his 250th or one. I couldn't quite remember.
Don't worry, I'll be backing Dimmy
tonight
to get that to you before the end of the game. From the throw-in now, Murray for MetroStars to Barbiero. They have got a couple in the box this time. Goes wide. Davis did well to keep that in. Now he gets the cut back. It's gone short. And Bar once again going for the safety of the line. Another throw into MetroStars. This game evening out a lot more now. Barbiero finds Davis. Davis trying to beat his first defender. Gets it through to Piol. Back to Barbiero. Don't waste it. Get it into the box. But he is going to go backwards. In fact, he switches to Gow. Good pressing by City, and they back to Henderson.
Gee, I don't reckon Woodlands has touched the ball. I'd like to see the stat on the goalkeeper.
I don't think there is a stat, except for saves. I don't know. In fact, I don't think they have saves in that format on the stats.
No, they
There's
don't.
no saves.
As it goes to Halliday. He's getting cold in goals there. As it goes in, Boko. As he always does, he bullocks his way through. Great ball. Who's that? That's Brown, I think.
Yeah.
Brown with the ball, can go back to Boko. Hit it, Boko. He does. He almost gets the back of the net.
That was like
that was a cracker.
We were here last week. That was a goal almost at Croydon. Braz, you should know this.
Your
winner.
Yeah, but that went in the back of the net.
Oh, yeah. Listen.
No, great move by Bucco. Obviously got pressed here in the middle of the park, stood his ground, made a great ball through, and obviously finished off with a great shot.
But Mercurio put it in the back of the net, right?
Exactly.
Mercurio, that's it.
Just for transparency.
I didn't want to mention that, Paul.
Mark Rosali, for transparency, is very heavily affiliated with the
former
Croydon
coach.
Soccer Club.
Former coach. He's almost president there.
No, please.
Technical director, I think. Is that what your title is?
A little bit of everything, yeah.
He's a bitzer. So the ball now, long ball forward. Gow got up high. Ball still in play. Jai King. Corbo looking for Kasumovic. Kamara leaves it for his keeper.
Yeah, Jamie Ward's come back on the Facebook page. Yeah, it's his 150th. Thank you, Jamie.
Well, he's beat Dimitri. Wow, that's a big stat in itself. So Kamara working his way out for MetroStars. Piol had a couple to beat, did very well. Goes back to Henderson. Henderson now goes wide. Optimistic looking for Esposito. Cut out by Halliday. Little tip onto Brown. Brown tips it on to Iraborna. Iraborna's got Barbiero hot on his hammer. Jeez, he's done well to beat 2, almost 3, and possibly 4, but concedes the throw in.
There's a lot of milestones happening. Fabian Barbiero plays 200th game.
Tonight?
Next match.
Oh, next match.
Next match as well. So there's a few things happening.
And happening now is an attack for Piol. It's MetroStars. He's got a couple of black and white shirts to beat. Piol takes it to the byline, has to cut back. Who's there in support? Solania chips it high. There's something for Woodlands to do.
There we go.
And did it quite easily.
Quickly throws it out, looking for Brown. Brown goes down. On the far side it is at the moment. They go backwards.
It's a good Wednesday night crowd here, actually. Blimey.
Very good. Right-hand side to Piol. Davis inboard to Solania. Goes to Henderson. Goes even further wide to Gow. Intercepted though by Corbo. Bradley Corbo looking for Guzomovic. He was trying to find Idabona, but reading it well.
So is he's 150th tonight or next match?
No, Corbo's 150 tonight. So goes to Murray. We know he's got pace.
No
goes
one ahead of him. Look at that.
In
no
the other,
support,
there's no
Brazil.
support.
That's
agree.
poor.
One there by Devereaux. Idabona. Metro's trying to get something going, just can't quite get it in the front line. As Murray goes to Gow. Esposito, but it's cut out by the defence. Jai King Burn.
It's a foul.
He wins it.
Advantage.
Goes into attack, but too long, too deep. Easily
hard.
cut out there by Carmody.
Good passage of play. This good period for MetroStars as Gow has the ball on the far side of the ground. Comes inboard to Solania, who got away with one just earlier on. Kamara now still 0-0. Tonight in the FFA Cup qualifying final, a long, optimistic ball. Halliday should see it over. No, he keeps it in fact, concedes a throw in. 35 minutes have already flown by. Fast-paced game this one tonight. Piol goes back to Davis. Now he should put in the box. There's a couple there, but no, he didn't. Went backwards to Kamara. Don't give him time to think. Put in that chaos ball, Brazil. What do you think?
Yeah, I just need to. I'm just looking at Metro here, and I think they need this fella here, to get more into the game for him.
Absolutely.
I think he's just been a bit quiet this first 30 minutes, and he's just sitting out a little bit too wide.
Piol goes to Davis. Davis gets the first timer in. Chance for MetroStars. Murray still in play.
Oh,
and a shot there in the end. Over the crossbar for a goal kick just on the Facebook page. GK watching from New Zealand. Keep the commentary up, lads. Where's the match being played? We're here at the Velo Stadium. Velo Football Centre, that is.
At Angle Park
Angle
here in
Park
Adelaide, South Australia.
South Australia.
Next to the old Dogs track. For those of you that used to go on a Thursday night to Angle Park, Dogs.
Oh, there's beautiful passes at the end.
Pies. I had the pie,
Yeah,
actually.
did
It was
you?
fantastic. If there was any money left, of course. But I always made sure I kept a couple of dollars for the pie.
I used to scab it off my
Was
mate.
that you being out the front? I thought it was you being out the front all those years ago.
Because I never used to win.
Better conditions tonight than last night. And big cheerio to the crowd that did brave it last night, I've got to say.
Yeah, fantastic.
Tonight a lot better, and the crowd's a lot better too. They've come out. Very important game for one of these two clubs to go to the final 32 of the FFA Cup qualifiers. Australia-wide is now going a 1-2, pushing forward for MetroStars. He's got Maury White if he wants him. He does it himself into the box. Referee's seen something. In fact, it was an earlier infringement that he let the advantage go. And now MetroStars will take the free kick for that.
Lee Cox on the Facebook page. Shout out to Aria Piol and family. So big shout out. He's playing well.
Switching on the replay, he did bring that into the box, but maybe looking for a penalty was Gow. They've got a free kick instead. Anything to do with soccer on that?
Yeah, there's a lot of soccer going on.
Cooking tips.
Let's go City watching from Melbourne. Orchard's a gun. That's from Luca Pukitas. So free kick taken. So Esposito.
Yep.
Takes the free kick. Oh, he goes for goal.
Is there a wind out there or a breeze, Brazil? What's going on
It's just
with
starting
those?
to pick up slightly now, but not enough for that ball to go that so high over.
Fair enough. So now Adelaide City through bar. Finds Halliday. Matty Halliday, the captain for Adelaide City. Great to have him back. Ida Borna, Devereaux, Buko, And Nicky Booker, we know, can score from anywhere just about. Brown. Booker gives him the overlapping run that's ignored. Goes backwards to Corbo. Corbo goes back to Bart, and he starts the rebuild.
Goes out to Halliday. Halliday, captain for Adelaide City. Finds Orchard. Back to Halliday it goes. Been a lot of play just in the field, not much shooting happening. Bonner, he does milk it, doesn't he?
Oh, I think Fabe's got a little bit enthusiastic, as you'll see on replay, Rob, that it was going 50-50, but probably gone a bit too far. No, there was a 50-50 there, and then he just dumped him.
Yep.
Dumped him.
So Bonner, left side of the park, goes to Orchard. Can he get past his marker? No, he can't. I think he's won himself. Did he win himself? No, it is a goal kick in the end. Yep.
Adelaide City top of the table here in the local league, 17 points. MetroStars are in 5th spot, only 3 points behind them. It's very tight, the league here in South Australia. 5 wins to Adelaide City, 4 wins to MetroStars, and it's always a tight affair between these two.
Only coming good the last couple of weeks, Metro. Adelaide City having a good 5-0 win last week against Cumberland. There's Adelaide City's head.
It's a foul against Piol. Watch on replay, this is quite obvious. Late, didn't see the ball, clipped his feet. Easy decision for Wordsworth to make.
So Halliday.
Free kicks conceded, Adelaide City 3, MetroStars 4. Jaden now statistician tonight, and Robbie reckons he's a better statistician than assistant referee. It's a bit of a side swipe there, Jaden. You want to flatten his tyres on the way out?
I just want him to come to us all
I
the
know.
time. Anyhow, I reckon he's going to be a good referee.
We don't want that, though.
One day. So
can we split him in two? Have you got a twin brother,
Lachlan Barr goes short to Halliday. Orchard. Back to Halliday. There's just no penetration, as you would say, into this match to have a shot.
Well, there's no urgency. Yeah, it's no urgency yet.
Yeah, there's nothing happening.
Who was talking about the draw earlier on? You were, after 90 minutes.
Yeah, I tell you.
What was that, $4?
Yeah.
Anyway, Booker going for a bit of a run for Adelaide City. He's trying to get that penetration going, but Gow gets in the way and concedes the throw-in. So Adelaide City, from the throw-in, quickly taken. Brown on the far side goes backwards to Corbo. Corbo goes back. They're not willing to put the ball into the chaos spot, are they, Braz? They're just a slow build-up. They really want it to be precise. There's Halliday now.
Look, it's a semi-final, guys. End of the day, the whole objective is you need to stay in the game. So obviously both teams aren't going to expose themselves and take risk and open themselves up. So you've got 90 minutes. You know, it's bidding your time to making sure that right ball is getting into the right area to have a goal-scoring opportunity.
From the throw-in, Adelaide City have turned it over. Davis gets it up to Murray. Murray does well to keep his boot down. Murray and Devereaux going at it. Murray did well. Davis just a little bit behind him, but did well to keep it. Solania, hospital ball for Murray. Booker's through. Here's a chance for Adelaide City. Nicky Booker gets pushed wide. Henderson did well to apply the pressure, and Solania are going to get MetroStars out of trouble. Lucky, very lucky.
So they do clear it through Gow into attack. Look at how many Adelaide City players on their own. 3 players on their own. So the ball goes to Orchard.
Oh, it's almost a back three, in fairness, Rob.
Well, it's a back 3, but there's no, put a bit of pressure on them.
True.
The ball comes back.
Yeah, no pressure.
Play man on man, they won't get the ball. Anyhow, Adabona, Halliday. Backing off too much, in my opinion. Put pressure on
letting him come. They are letting him come deep.
As they go.
There we go.
Solania.
See, now there's no one up front.
That's right. Here we go again. It's Posito. And he has to try and do it himself, and it's come unstuck again. There's Halliday. Oh, Adabona wasn't looking. Did well, got it. Got it towards Devereaux. Devereaux into attack, they go. Kazumovic goes one way. He's got a shot, and his shot
off target.
Nearly hit the dog track at the back there. Out for a goal kick.
Yeah, just watching on replay, Kasumovic did very well to get it into the box, but fairly optimistic from that distance there. It swung, but not enough, and nowhere near testing the keeper. But at least we're seeing some shots fired in anger.
Now the Facebook page Comment, Adam McCullum, big night for City, 75th anniversary for Adelaide City.
This year. That's right. I think they had a big function at
Go
the
City.
Entertainment Centre the other night.
Okay.
I can't
You
believe
see, we were invited.
I can't believe we're already 43 minutes into this first half. It's flowing by as Halliday now finds Orchard wide. He can keep it in. Orchard, what can he do with the ball? He's got Itabona in short. That's the way it goes. He goes back to Halliday. Halliday goes back inboard to Barr. Barr goes straight down the middle. Kasumovic asked a lot of him. MetroStars will win out in numbers. Kamara under pressure. Clears it up the line. I don't think he was looking for Murray. I think he just wanted it out of there. But he's gained some ground. So we're approaching extra time of the first half. Braz, it's just flowing by.
It has.
If you're a referee in boxing, anyone winning in points at the moment?
I think it's actually pretty even.
Absolutely.
Look, both teams have threatened a couple of occasions. Probably Adelaide City had the probably better chance. Obviously, with that scramble in the box.
Henderson had to be careful. Finds Solania, and Metro should come out of trouble.
So Metro just pushing it around. I know what the stats will be after half time. One shot, one corner. That's it.
True.
Well, the rest is free kicks and whatever.
Both good ball-playing teams, though.
Yeah. Take a risk. That's the way I
Well, as
see it.
Brazza said, it's a bit too early for that, Rob, and there's a lot on the line, as Mark Brazzali so eloquently put it.
Well, it definitely is.
Solania. Davis. Inboard he goes. Barbiero. Gow. He looks comfortable in that left fullback position as it goes out. No one there, though, again.
Well, the spin confused a few players in the box, I think.
Thrown there. Goes to Buckle. Inboard they go. Ends up MetroStars Dylan Smith. Kamara back to Smith.
If you look at both teams, they're allowing both teams are allowing each other
True.
to just play at the back, create that block in the middle of the park, and just make it difficult.
1 minute.
Yeah, that's true. They're not high pressing at the moment, but maybe conserving energy for later on as Barbiero for MetroStars now. We are into extra time, as you probably heard in the background. 1 minute of that to be played this half. And they both may settle for a stalemate at half time, although, oh gee, Kamara's taken down behind play from Kasumovic. And I think you probably heard that on Mark Brazzali's microphone there. How was that, Braz? Did you feel that?
I felt that, the thunder coming down on the ground. He's a big boy, that fella.
Let's have a look on replay, how malicious it was or wasn't. It was late, but untidy is best.
So Barbiero will take this free kick. Last-ditch effort in this first half. As it goes out to
Piol had
goal
a big chance.
from Metros. They go backwards. Mr. Henderson. And referee
half-time.
calls it halts for half-time here at the Velo Football Centre. They go in at 0-0. MetroStars up against Adelaide City.
We'll just check out some half-time stats there. We'll see Mark Brazzali. In fact, we'll go straight down to Mark Brazzali, who's going to have a quick chat with Fabian
Just a quick
Barbiero.
chat with Barbs. Barbs, how did you see that first half?
It was, I guess we were just trying to find our feet. We didn't want to concede early in the first five, so I think we just wanted to be defensively solid, feel our way into the game, but I think we're just a little bit too deep, allowing them sort of to get a lot of possession, but on the flip, they're not really hurting us. So.
Yeah, I'm just noticing, and I said that on air, that both teams are allowing each other to really have the ball in the back lines and creating that block in the middle of the park. I think you're both doing exactly the same thing, which is creating not a lot of space in the middle of the park to penetrate through.
Yeah.
But obviously, look, both teams have had a good chance each first half. You're both pretty cagey at the moment, just feeling each other out, which we're obviously looking for a big second half.
Yeah, I think we'll just go back into the change rooms now. We'll address the issues, and hopefully we come back out positive and start to play a bit more.
Thanks, Barbs. Well done.
Sucking in a few big ones there, Braz, wasn't he? How's he going
He
for
was.
oxygen?
He was.
The midfield
Have your oxygen
worked.
tank on you just in case?
Yeah, look, I mean, obviously he said the same thing, and you can honestly see that both teams are just allowing each other to play at the back. As I said before, boys, it's a semi-final. There's a lot to play for. You know, they're not going to go out and open themselves up. You know, it's 90 minutes to get the result. Whether you win in the 89th minute or 90 minutes, it doesn't really matter. So, obviously, we're up for a good second half.
Absolutely. Once again, if it is If it is honours even at half time, we go into full time, we go into extra time, then we go into penalties. We'll have a look at some half time stats, Mr. Pepper.
Okay, total shots, I'm amazed with this one. 5 shots.
Well, they're goal attempts, really, aren't they? I think they've just labelled that as total shots as goal attempts.
Goal attempts, 5 to Adelaide City, MetroStars 3. Shots on target, just Adelaide City, the 1 there, and none to MetroStars. Corners, 1 to Adelaide City, none to Metros. Free kicks conceded, 4 apiece. Offsides is 1 to Adelaide City, nothing to Metro. There's no yellow cards, there's no red cards. And that's about it.
Okay, we're going to take a short break here at half-time. You can see some half-time highlights. Probably not too many highlights, probably more free kicks and plays in the middle of the park. But anyway, that'll keep you occupied until we come back for the second half. It's the FFA Cup qualifying final. Adelaide City 0, MetroStars 0. Yes, welcome back to the Velo Football Centre. Here it is, the FFA Cup qualifying final here in Adelaide, South Australia. It's half-time, Adelaide City 0, MetroStars 0, and a very even affair, Mr. Peppicelli.
Yeah, it is here at the Velo Football Centre. 0-0, they went in at half-time. Not much shots at goals as we saw, especially a shot on goal. It was 1-0 in Adelaide City's favour, one corner in Adelaide City's favour. So let's hope the second half, guys, opens up and we see some exciting stuff happening.
Mark Brazzali, our boundary rider tonight. Brazza, a recent coach, what would you do? I know you said about the risk taking and all that sort of stuff. When do you start pulling triggers from maybe a bit further out and taking some more risks?
Oh, look, obviously, you know, both teams are going to come out now second half, and they've worked each other out, what their playing styles are and what's making them tick. So, you know, you'd expect them now to start pressing a little bit higher.
I reckon there's some changes. Sorry, Brazza, we've just got to change. Number 5.
Half-time by Adelaide City, coming off number 5, Thomas Brown, being replaced by number 8, Joseph Costa.
See, Thomas Brown was listed as 5 as well, if you notice, but he's actually wearing the number 17.
So he's off.
Yeah, so, sorry, Brazza.
Yeah, so obviously Adelaide City's made that change with Joey coming on, and we know what Joey's about. He's, you know, great on the ball.
Are you surprised he didn't start the game?
It's probably a tactical where he, you know, probably thought about bringing him in late in the game, bringing him probably a bit more fresher now second half. And obviously, you know, the guy can put the ball in the back of net, but he's very clever around the box.
Second half gets underway here at the Velo Football Centre, the FFA Cup qualifying final. It's MetroStars in the red and yellow kicking to left of screen, Adelaide City in the black and white kicking to right of screen, and Orchard with some defending to do immediately. Ball in the middle of the park, so Adelaide City have gone for the bench first up with Joey Costa with a handball, surely. No one's seen it, it's Costa through on goals, and finally he's been caught up. Henderson not happy about that, understandably. That's interesting because the referee, if you watch here on replay, has looked at his linesman or assistant who, well, unfortunately they can only run to the halfway line, so he can't run any further. And that was a very obvious handball, as you just saw on screen. And, you know, Jaden, if we had him mic'd up, it's interesting. One day they'll get the linesman going both the pitch of the length of the pitch. Why they stop at the halfway line is beyond me.
Well, I can't run too far.
Well, there was no one here to see that, unless this bloke. What was he watching?
Yeah.
Who's our assistant
that would have been
down
hard.
here? Would have been hard? In what way?
For him to see it.
Well, we saw it up here.
Oh, well, we had the benefit of the TV screen.
Anyway, sanity prevailed in the end, and it's Irabona for Adelaide City. Joey Costa making his presence felt as Kamara clears for Metro.
So MetroStars going into attack on the far side. Maury tries to control it. Adelaide City come out with a purpose, though. It's good to see. Costa looks like playing on the left side up front.
Brazza, should that have been a yellow card then if he used his hand?
Well, obviously the referees really saw it late and he kept looking at the linesman, so he's probably indecisive on himself.
So you don't give a yellow card?
Well, probably not in that occasion, because he should have pulled the trigger straight away and given him a yellow, but obviously he wasn't sure himself.
So MetroStars trying to get something going. Barbiero.
Sorry to harp on it. So he's refereeing on crowd reaction. Is that right?
Well, he wasn't sure of it because he really did hesitate and kept looking at the linesman. So he probably didn't get a clear picture of it. And obviously the linesman's flagged it in the end, and he's given the player the benefit of the doubt.
So they go into attack at Adelaide City. In the way though.
Which in a way, guys, it's good refereeing.
Gee, imagine if that was play on, that would have been a penalty.
That's right.
Obviously, he's let the play go and not book the player. So, in my eyes, it's good refereeing.
Oh, how's that for diplomacy, Mr. Brazzali? You want a good run for Croydon? Is that what that comment was all about?
Well, I'm just hoping we get him Friday night.
So there's Booker, turns beautifully, gets a 1-2, but it's come unstuck. Ends up with Jai Kingburn.
That's better.
Ends up Lachlan Barr. Devereaux, Jai Kingburn on the right-hand side. Looking for support. Gets it through Barr. Captain Halliday. Adelaide City have started this second half with a purpose. Could have been a foul on Kozomovic. Piol goes down. Runs right into Devereaux.
Oh, I think that was an innocent one. Watch this on replay. Piol, Devereaux just holding his ground like in basketball. No, that was just, he couldn't go anywhere. He couldn't just dig a hole and go into the ground. That was,
what was Devereaux supposed to do?
That's what I'm saying. That
Jump out of the way.
Purely accidental and momentum. This is the earlier one. Or was it? No. That was the earlier one on Kozomovic.
That could have been a foul too.
That one could have. That was a little bit, had more intent in it.
Devereaux looks hurt.
It's an understatement of the night.
Why is that?
Devereaux looks hurt. What do you reckon, Brazza? He would be just faking it down there like that, would he?
No,
he looks hurt,
man.
yeah.
More than hurt.
Oh, more than hurt.
I've just had a message from Joey Mullen, guys, who wants me to make a decision on that yellow card.
Exactly. Exactly. Well done, Joey Mullen. Brazzali's sitting on the fence trying to get favours.
Definite yellow card.
Brazzali's just trying to get favours recording. Can you believe it? We asked him to be impartial, and he's come up with that.
We'll take anyone, Paul. Anything, Paul.
Yeah, obviously.
Joey Mullen's been doing it for years.
Oh, he had a good win against his old club, Campbelltown, on the weekend.
You won one in 2015, didn't you? 2015?
Yes, we did. Yep.
There you go.
Yep, against Adelaide City.
So Barbiero now with the resulting free kick from the centre circle. Goes long and wide to Morrie. Good control by Morrie. Takes it to the byline, gets the cut back. Who's there to meet a good tip? Volley by Esposito over the bar.
Great chance. Well done by Josh Morrie. Fantastic on the outside there, beating the player. Good cross in. Obviously now it's one great chance between both teams.
That was an important touch too by Woodlands. In fairness, Esposito, you would have been happy to see him on the end of it, but as you said, Robbie, his connection wasn't good and should have done better.
So Kozomovic trying to run onto it. It's got a bit of pace, the lad, but missed the Henderson.
Henderson could have hurt himself on that flip.
He's jumped right over the fence. He's become a spectator now.
Gee whiz, that was interesting. Let's watch this on replay. And I'm glad he's up and about and no problem, but that could have been untidy. Momentum obviously taking him over the fence here. Did well, very athletic.
Oh,
see that? I just didn't know how he landed, and we couldn't see how he landed either.
So Piol for MetroStars goes to Esposito. Gal goes all the way back to Carmody. Ends up with
oh, that's the evener upper. Oh, that's a foul, surely. Wow.
Goes out.
Yeah.
Smith. Curtis Wordsworth, the referee, letting a few go.
I noticed Mark Brazzali's quiet on that one.
Smith does a pirouette. Doesn't go nowhere.
It's a bit of bite starting to come
Here
into
they
this
go.
game.
Boko. Dirabona.
Oh, this is getting a bit...
No, it's okay. Nothing
that's
happened
okay,
there.
is it?
Nothing happened. Goes into Boko. Good ball too by Boko. Costa controls it and he goes down. Keeper did well, Carmody, and throws it out right-hand side. Away go MetroStars.
Two good chances for each team these early minutes of the second half. Still 0-0 though, as Piol now could have almost used their hand. That's right, end-to-end stuff now. Morrie there in support. Esposito lurking in the box. Goes back to Davis. Goes wide. Smith hits the first man and gets the Falcon. Does poor old Devereaux. And he's gone down like a pigeon.
He's down again.
Charlie in the wars tonight.
Best
especially
player
in
on
this.
the ground.
Oh, wow. Well, you haven't brought out some comedy for a while, Rob.
Schwartz has been
An oldie
down.
but a goodie. It's a better start, Brazzett, this second half by both teams.
Oh, definitely. Both teams are now starting to go at each other. Obviously, the stakes are getting higher. The time limit's getting reduced. So, obviously, they're going to start now. Putting a bit more balls into the box and trying to penetrate each other through to the wide areas. As we saw Joey Costa coming from the far post there.
Bit of urgency by both teams. And of course, Adelaide City making the first change tonight. That might have been enforced. Costa coming on for Brown.
I reckon more tactical than forced.
Tactical?
Yeah,
Okay.
I reckon.
So it looks like the referee's going to drop the ball. Uncontested drop ball. Barbiero for MetroStars recommences things, gets the long ball into the box looking for Esposito. He thinks it took an Adelaide City touch. Referee doesn't, so that'll be a goal kick.
So goal kick to Adelaide City. Esposito not happy.
Our referee Curtis Wordsworth tonight.
Goes out Adelaide City. Booker, Captain Halliday. Matthew Halliday. Further left to Orchard. Goes over the sideline. He'll quickly take the throw. Looking for Kuzumovic.
Kamara. He's played well tonight. Read the ball nicely. And a couple of crunching challenges.
He's a good player. Throw there to Costa. Joey Costa. Irabona. Good turn by Irabona. He's got class. Cross there by Costa. In the way though. Ends up with Piol. Booker. Corbo. For Adelaide City. Jai King Byrne. Charlie, they're raising the wars at the moment.
That got
in
through.
trouble again as it goes to Orchard. Adelaide City go in. Kuzumovic turns, gets it out. Booker! He scores! Booker scores and he hugs one of the officials.
That's his dad too.
On the sideline there. So it's Adelaide City 1, leading MetroStars 0. It was coming. And it came.
Couldn't have come to a better foot either, a better right foot, and what a celebration. What a nice moment going to his dad as well. Let's look at the build-up to this, Brazza. That was a great ball in. I'll tell you what, Costa's caused a good diversion. Kusumovic still had a lot of work to do. Irabona doing a nice dummy, and Booker with a fantastic finish.
Slammed it.
And that's a brilliant goal by Adelaide City. They take the lead 1-0 here at the Velo Football Centre FFA Cup qualifying final. A spot of 32, the last up for grabs here in South Australia. Last night Olympic first through, Adelaide City on target to be second through. What a great build-up. And you know what, Brazza? Joey Costa coming on has just caused a diversion for the Metro defence. Another person to think about, and he's been very lively up front.
Oh, definitely. Look, Joey's a great player. You know, he can play balls through. He's technically very good. But just what a finish by Books in that 1v1 situation. Just, you know, it was going in every day of the week.
Exactly. It was a power drive too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You wouldn't have wanted it in anyone else's hands, I think.
Oh, definitely.
Esposito now, what can he do? Finds Solana. MetroStars find themselves at 1-0 down. There's Davis on the far side now, pushing the ball forward. He and Smith combine. Get Smith out there, yep. A long ball looking for Piol. Trying to make a nuisance of himself. And he does, keeps possession. Maury close if he wants him. Doesn't use him. Goes back. And it's headed away by the goal scorer in Booker.
Kick there.
Irabona comes away with it for Adelaide City.
So Adelaide City, Irabona. Joey Costa gets it out.
That was a great change by Pezos, blimey. With no
We know
disrespect
how
to
good
Brown.
Costa is.
Yeah, but wow. Just timed it right, didn't he, Pez? The Pez dispenser. He's dispensed one of his interchange for instant results.
Did the job. So MetroStars in defence. What can they do? Can they get back into this game? Adelaide City leading 1-0. Score Booker. Winning the ball. Jai King Byrne. Working hard, Kamara. Kusumovic is with him. Loses out though. He's a chance again. Adelaide City. Booker pass.
Yeah, it was.
Almost a beauty there. As Costa trying to run onto it, causing havoc.
He is.
Adelaide, MetroStars are under the pump at the moment. Just can't seem to get anything going.
It looks like he's had a couple of Duracell batteries put him, Joey Costa. And now Adelaide City through Jay King. Byrne finds Booker. Booker now got options and too heavy there for Corbo. But they got options in the 18-yard box, Brazza, where Metro's didn't in that first half.
Yeah, they're just throwing numbers forward now. Obviously, what you said before, Paul, definitely with Costa coming on, it's just given them another little bit of a dimension there with both players, Costa and Bucco, playing out wide here and cutting inside. And, you know, they're just a little bit more compact when they've got the ball. They've got numbers around the ball. They've got players around the ball, which is isolating Metro in certain areas.
So clearance there by Adelaide City over the far side. It'll be a throw-in, Robbie Sorachina.
No, I think that's the Pez.
Oh, is it? Oh, it is.
They're both wearing the long jackets, but that's the Paul Pezos coach of Adelaide City.
MetroStars looking for Esposito.
Great defender too at Adelaide City back in the day.
Very good. Played with West Adelaide too.
I was going to say, fair to say he made his mark at West Adelaide, but a great defender in the Damien Murray Adelaide City days as well.
Goes short. Lachlan Barr. Switches played at Orchard. Will go short to Halliday. Looking for Joey Costa. Kuzumovic.
He's just caused chaos up there, hasn't he?
Yep. Don't mind Kuzumovic's game too. Puts pressure on him. So throw in will be taken. Goes back. They go into attack. In the way Lachlan Barr. That's a nice ball by Jai King Byrne. Gets the ball back from Corbo. Plays the easy ball. Matt Halliday, the captain.
I just feel Metro just still sitting too deep here, guys. They need to start squeezing a little bit more here because there's just too much room in the middle of the park.
100%, and Costa's had that room. Look at the room that he's got. He's got runners. Inside is it Abona. Could have maybe gone first time. Unselfishly tries to cut it back. Henderson, hands by his side. Itabona one way, then the other, gets the cut back and whizzes across the goal. It's gone out of play for a goal kick.
Which is obviously making it difficult for Metro's midfield because there's just too much space. They've got too many areas to cover.
Well, chances are coming thick and fast this second half, and it's pretty much all been Adelaide City. We've played 15 minutes already of the second half. Adelaide City leading 1-0 and dominating the second half.
So goal kick taken here by Carmody. In the way. Lachlan Barr, he's been supreme, isn't he, in the back? Just natural position. Halliday. Corbo, right hand side. Go inboard. Zumovic up in the air it goes though. Jimmy Henderson headers it over the sideline. It will be a throw in to Adelaide City, right hand side. Here at Velo Football Centre. Semi-final Federation Cup. Winner will play Olympic. July 14th, Wednesday night.
Is that here or?
Yeah, here.
Here.
Yeah, here. Velo Stadium.
Not High Marsh.
Nope.
No, here. Oh, gee, I didn't get a nice look for when I mentioned that word. Sorry, I should have said Coopers anyway. But no, definitely here at Velo on a Wednesday night. Hopefully the weather will be as kind to us. We are in the middle of the winter. And something's going on in the box where the referee's blowing the whistle. Don't know if any of you guys saw that. Crowd definitely did. Brazza, did you see that down there?
I was actually watching the guy taking the corner.
We all were, I think. See if our replay picks something up. Yeah, jostling. Yep, absolutely. A bit of a push and shove on the Adelaide City player. Ah, right. Can't be at Cooper's. There's construction going on there for the Women's World Cup. Left foot in swinger, take two, very deep. Kasumovic, the deepest, does keep the ball for Adelaide City. He gets dumped.
Does that mean the grand final will be here too?
It's not a bad question.
The major one.
Not too sure on that. We'll keep you posted through the FSA website for all the news. And now Booker to put this ball into the box.
You reckon he'll go for it?
No. He's got plenty of black and white shirts in there. Kasumovic, good height. Halliday being held. Be careful. Goes central. 6-yard box diving.
Great ball.
Was that Lockie Barr?
Lockie Barr.
Yeah.
It was there.
Deadly. Let's have a look at this on replay.
Could have done better.
He could have gone maybe with his feet. It was that low in the end, but it's always easy in hindsight. Lockie Bar lurking. Kamara making a nuisance of himself. Ooh, almost tripped.
I sort of slipped
Yeah,
over.
but no claims for a penalty except from the commentators.
Exactly. So the ball's into attack for MetroStars. Not switched on, no changes made for Metros as yet.
Correct. But if you look at the bench, Robin, I don't want to be disrespectful,
Well,
but
Callisto
is the only known name there.
Cooper O'Donnell. He's a defender. As Idabona's got the ball, chance for Adelaide City. Can it go to Booker? Will he crack it? There's a shot in the end. It's gone in.
Oh, no.
Joey Costa,
last
the
night.
substitute, comes on and scores 2-0 to Adelaide City.
Well, I don't want to go deja vu, but that was a little bit like last night, Robbie. The goalkeeper will know he should have, could have done better. Watch this. Idabona still had a lot of work to do. Went back to Kasumovic. Kasumovic saw Booker. Booker unselfishly inboard to Costa, but that should have been saved in no uncertain terms.
Bobbled a little bit.
Carmody, no excuses. That was no excuse. Carmody will not be happy with himself. Joey Costa, not the cleanest of connections too, in fairness, and he'd admit that went under the keeper.
Definitely a soft goal in a shot. I think the keeper will be won't sleep well tonight after that.
100%. He'll be having nightmares like poor old Nicholas Harpus last night. Carmody, not the cleanest of connections from Joey Costa. He's just caused chaos since he's come on, and he's scored a goal to boot. Joey Costa, what a great sub to have.
So MetroStars kick off. They go short. Barbiero. What can they do, MetroStars? I think they need to start to make some changes.
What are you going to do?
Just do something.
Oh, okay.
You're down 2-0.
Lucky you haven't got Rob as a coach, Marcus Brazzali.
You'd end up with no players.
Yeah, just do something.
Someone's coming on anyhow.
It's great to he's listened to you.
Well, we're wired for sound, me and him.
Yeah, you.
So I reckon I'll put Cooper O'Donnell on.
So we'll see if that's going to be made. They're just holding off on that. Or are they?
He's obviously got to take a risk now, Robbie.
Yeah,
you're 2-0 down now. It is the semi-finals, do or die.
Barbiero into the box. Sorry, Brazza. It's
whether he throws an extra player up front, just to put a bit more pressure on their back four. But he's definitely now has to start taking risks.
Henderson had to be perfect with that back pass to the keeper, and he was. Barbiero now. They do have to take risks. Gow now looking up Esposito. Geez, he's been quiet tonight. I haven't mentioned his name too often. Esposito.
It's twice you mentioned it.
One way, then the other. Back to Barbiero. Chips the ball forward, Maury. Service hasn't been great in fairness to him either. And Corbo should clear for Adelaide City, or Halliday does.
Lockham Bass being supreme in the back as the ball goes to Kusumovic. Can he get to it? Well done, Solano. Whoop, the keeper. Living dangerously. Is it coming here? No, it's up in the air. Solano wins it. Solano wins it again. Ends up with Matt Halliday. Ooh, not a good pass back. Did well in the end. Got it to Corbo. In the way though, MetroStars, Barbiero. Switches play to Piol. I think he'll be coming off, I reckon. As it goes out. Having a bit of a bet, Dylan Smith. Piol. They go with a cross to Davis. And
Bar had
in
to
the
get
way,
his head
Bar
on.
again. MetroStars with the ball.
Better too. They're peppering around the 18-yard box now. Gow chips the ball forward, puts Esposito under pressure. He's got two black and white shirts around him, so he goes back to Gow. Gow comes inboard to Solana. They've upped the urgency. Brazza, you were right. Could it be too little too late? On the far side now. Davis comes inboard on his left. A short one. Smith back to Davis. Gee, Bar had to be precise in that. Halliday should clear the danger for Adelaide City. Does to Costa. Costa met by Smith. Smith did well to win the ball for MetroStars, and Halliday, ever reliable with a great challenge, sees it out of play. Now we're going to the subs bench.
Yep,
11's coming off.
Piol coming off. I think, is that Cooper O'Donnell coming on?
Can't see the green number.
19.
So O'Donnell is telling Gow to move up.
So he's obviously pushing Gow into the midfield, which obviously to get a bit more muscle in the middle of the park, but obviously a good ball player and can score goals, guys. Kid scored goals in the last few weeks.
That's what they need. Solania now gets the ball into the hot spot. Who's there to meet Esposito was, but gee, he did well just to get his head on it, in fairness, with that delivery. Just watching on replay, that was a Hail Mary there in the box, and Esposito just did well to get his head to it. So
goal kick for Woodlands. Adelaide City leading 2-0, 68 minutes played here at Velo Football Centre. Can Metros get back in? Adelaide City just playing too good at the moment. Itabona goes down, we'll get the free kick.
Are they going to start milking the time clock, Brazza? Or was that, that would hurt, would it?
Don't need to.
I was definitely a tackle in the back of his ankle, I reckon. But look, Metro, as I said before, Metro now needs to start pushing forward. They need to get numbers forward into the box and taking a risk. They get one goal back in the game here. But obviously there's always that risk of LA City scores, the game's over, completely
100%.
over.
Well, they've had a better second. Well, they've had a dominant second half, if I could say, because the first half was very, very even for both teams.
Yep.
As Halliday now chips the ball wide. Orchard into the box it goes. Kamara reads it best. It's going to come down to Costa, who's caused chaos. Davis cleared it, but it's hacked forward by Devereaux for a goal kick to Metro Stars. They're trailing 2-0, 24 and a bit gone in this second half. And they've got a mountain to climb.
So it's Henderson. He's got the ball, can go to Cooper O'Donnell. It's a pretty hard ball to get, to control. Here it is over the sideline. Adelaide City with a throw in. Right hand side. So Corbo. Sumovic and Henderson. Henderson with a head. He's a tough nut, and Hendo. There's Corbo. Again, he's got him. Back. Again, a throw in. Corbo playing his 150th game tonight. We'll take the throw in.
Where's Michael Deloisio?
There's a few players.
Spoke to him before the game, guys. I think he's injured.
Yeah,
Been out for a couple of weeks.
Dorba's got a
obviously
broken leg.
Broken leg, yeah, that's true. You mentioned that at the
Got a
start.
few players out. Stephen Carley, injured.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
There's
That
their
would-
depth.
that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Halliday goes short. Devereaux goes back to Barr. Kingburn turns it over, though, Adelaide City. Here's a chance now. Smith for Metro Stars. Not too many mates up front with him to help him out. In saying that, Esposito could have been fouled. Play on, says the referee. In a delayed reaction, the referee gives a foul.
Also, Melissi not playing.
Watch this
Here's
on
another
replay.
one.
Smith, bit of a hospital ball. That is a foul by
Yeah.
Halliday on Esposito. And this is a great spot for Metro's Brazza if they could pull something out of this.
Well, obviously, it's a good opportunity, set piece here. You know, this is the moments that get you back in the game. So obviously, young Gow looks like he's setting it up with the left peg.
27 minutes gone second half. This is about the time that they've got to get at least one back, or at least before 30-minute mark, because the last 15 you don't want to be trying to get 2 goals.
So to be Gow over the ball. Can he get his team back into this game? They are 2-0 down. And if he can pop this one in, it'll be an interesting finish. Referee just getting the wall back. Mandatory 10 metres. As Gow, can he get something going? It's hit the wall, or it's hit the back of the wall. And it's gone out for a corner kick.
It wasn't a bad strike, guys. It was travelling.
See if we can see on replay here. No. I think it was a goal kick. I doubt it. Corner kick now to Metro Stars. Barbiero, right foot in swinger. Plenty of Metro players in the box. Can they get a head on it? It's got an Adelaide City head. It's come out though to Maury. Maury needs to get it back into the hot spot. He goes wide to Barbiero. Barbiero try to find Maury, but it's Corbo in the way for Adelaide City. So the urgency definitely picked up by Metro Stars. As Barbiero goes back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell inboard to Solania. It's got the captain's armband tonight. He goes wide. Kamara, what's he doing up front there? Kamara is in the box, cuts it back, but Halliday in the way. Handball appeals, and assistant referee seen it. Oh, that was not a bad shot from the player playing from defence earlier on. Has he been pushed up?
He might have.
No.
Might be.
No, he's going back to where he started the game, back in defence. And Adelaide City will take the resulting free kick from the handball. Free kicks conceded. Adelaide City have conceded 8, MetroStars 7.
So left side of the park, Adelaide City going into attack. Kusumovic got his back header to it. I've been impressed with Kusumovic. He looks very young. As Kamara. Kusumovic putting pressure on him. Well done.
Costa,
Is this Costa? Costa with the ball. Good tackle though
handball
by Solana. Play on Kamara. Back to Captain Solana. Davis is there. Again, Solana. Looking for Barbiero. Did a turn. I think it might have been Esposito. Corbo. Irabona and Henderson. I know he's going to win this.
Irabona did, so you're wrong.
I was wrong. He still won it. He got the goal kick.
Of course he did. I'm only having a go at you. Tell you what, Braz, if you want to talk about an impact player, how about we put Joey Costa in the dictionary alongside that?
Oh, definitely. Look, he's done very well since he's come on. Caused a few headaches for down on the left-hand side there. Just his endeavour to get forward and obviously get around the fullback.
O'Donnell now plays it inboard to Solana. Back to O'Donnell. MetroStars 2-0. They trail. They need something, and they need it soon as Murray takes it to the byline. Corbo hot on his hammer and puts the ball out of play for a throw-in.
He just hasn't had room, hasn't he, Murray?
Well, credit to the Adelaide City defence.
Yeah, 100%. He likes the space and run. He just hasn't had the space and the run to do it.
What about the service?
Yeah, probably the service as well. Solana, captain, gets it out. Gow on the right. Kamara.
He's working very hard, Joshy Murray, but
he is.
Obviously there's not enough players around him to play. They're getting the ball forward to him, but every time he gets the ball, he's got no one to play with. They're sitting too deep.
So Barbiero goes back to Henderson. Inboard to Solana. Still in their defensive half, Metro. That's not where they want to be. 31 minutes approaching this second half gone. Adelaide City have got half a leg in that final 32. Another turnover. Devro gets pushed but keeps his feet. Kusumovic giving the run but too heavy with that. And easy for Carmody in the end.
He had Irabona square. Didn't see it though, but MetroStars. Again, see, he's got to work hard to get his balls. It's Murray. Switches it right hand side. Ends up with the Gow. Solana. Got Henderson to his left. Decides to go right. Now it goes to Henderson from Gow. MetroStars just keeping possession. Murray again.
Yeah, not too many close by. You're right, Brazza. Not too many players playing close to him. Teammates, that is.
Goes short. Solana. Right hand side. Ends up with Gow. Davis. I think it's Dylan. Is that Dylan Smith?
Yeah.
Yep, it is. Gets the cross. Back header. Murray's there. Goes down.
I think that's a penalty.
Is it the other way around?
You could be right, Robbie, but let's have a look at this on replay. You can't do challenges like that in the box. Buko and Murray. Buko trying to defend. Just dumped Murray. Wow. This will be interesting, but it's not going to be a penalty, obviously, but just a head challenge. Didn't think you could challenge like that in the box. Nicky, you got away with one there, I think. In the outfield, sure, it's a 50-50. As soon as you do something like that in the box.
I don't understand.
The VAR, right? 50-50.
Ah, 50-50.
Yeah, but okay, outside the box.
So what was that? The bounce ball, was it? What happened?
It was obviously a free to Adelaide City there.
Oh, it was.
Wow. Henderson sees it through to the a foul for Adelaide City.
There you go.
Who'd be a referee
No one
these days?
complained about it, so it must be right. Right hand side, Kamara. Barbiero. All it takes is a goal to get back into this. Can they produce it? No, they can't at the moment. Ends up with Devereaux. Irabona. Buko. Big, long ball. Trying to find Costa, but Davis wins it. Gow. Right-hand side to Smith. Gets it in. Maury. That's better. Needs a bit of space.
But look who's in the box. One person.
Goes short. Goes to Gow. Barbiero.
Ah.
No one there. Only Halliday. Only as far as O'Donnell, though. Cooper O'Donnell. Goes to Barbiero. On the right, he's got Smith. Dylan Smith. It's always two players around one Metro.
Exactly right, Rob. Exactly right.
The work rate of Josh Murray at the top there has just been fantastic, guys. But obviously, again, I'm not seeing enough from Esposito. Every time the ball is getting played into those areas, he's just standing and not prepared to get in the box and give an opportunity to get something on it.
Could be a double change for Adelaide City too, boys.
O'Donnell goes back. Solania inboard to Barbiero. 34 minutes gone this second half. Time definitely the enemy now for Metro Stars as they trailed 2-0 to Adelaide City. Adelaide City now letting him come at him. Barbiero goes to the far side, asking a lot of Smith. Not even Dr. Zachary could have got that as Adelaide City go to their bench. And this would be the close shot, Brazza.
Well, he's taken, obviously, I'm just looking here with Metro. They're obviously going to a back three now, which will obviously push his two wide players, two wide areas forward in Gow and Davies. So obviously, Robbie's going to take a risk now and start pushing a bit more players forward.
But Paul Pezos making the double change. Is this the close shot? Because Kasumovic coming off. So
well, obviously he's 2-0 up, and he needs to bring in some fresh legs.
Harper's will be
for the last 15 or so minutes, whatever it is, to keep this scoreline at bay.
So Harper's coming on, and
Ayubi.
Yeah, Austin Ayubi.
If the numbers are right, 20.
So I think Buko's coming off.
Nicholas Buko coming off. The goal scorer who started it all in the 55th minute. Do you reckon that's Austin Ayubi?
Yeah.
Number 20?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah, but they also said that Brown.
Oh, well, that's what's on the
Yeah.
team sheet. We can't change the team sheet. I've got the team sheet right here.
No, that's okay. And Nicholas Harper's on. So Adelaide City with a double change there.
Double substitution for Adelaide City. The players coming off: number 77, Asad Kasimovic, and number 10, Nick Buko, being replaced by number 20, Austin Ayubi, and number 7, Nicholas Harpers.
Ditto. So Solania now. Oh, no, I'm just a bit worried with the Brown number at the...
Ah, that was the only one.
Okay.
I had 17 on my sheet.
Yeah, we had 17 originally, but the actual team sheet...
I didn't change one. I left mine.
Sometimes inefficiency pays, hey?
Yeah, it does. I agree.
Well, the umpire's team sheet had number 5, so I don't know if there's any fines for that. Anyway, Solania finds Barbiero, but they've got to find some goals.
Right-hand side of the park. Oof. Henderson. Not a happy chappy today, or tonight.
Can't blame him for anything.
No. I'm just saying he's not a happy chappy. They have put Kamara up front. It's a good idea. He's got a bit of flair. Goes short. Esposito!
Took a spin, took a deflection.
Just trying to see where the ball went.
A leg break
amongst
there.
all these poles.
There's Kamara who gets the ball through to Esposito, who has got the skill to do something magical. And in the end, took a deflection, corner kick to Metros, and the referee not happy with something. Not in the circle. He's got good eyes, if you can see from there. So, take 2 for Metro Stars. Barbiero, near post. Esposito was there, Brazza, but it's going to be take 3 for the corner for Metro Stars. Understatement of the year, they need one now and they need it badly as it comes in, and it'll either be a free kick for Woodlands or he's taken it, which is a great take in the end.
So Adelaide City just doing it well, leading 2-0.
Surely they can hang on from here for 8
I
minutes.
think so. Plus time on. Carmody decided to punch that.
Yeah, and that was the right option, I'd say. There's pressure there coming from Ayubi. Adelaide City hold a comfortable 2-0 lead at the moment. We've played 38 minutes in this second half. Goals coming from Nicholas Book on the 55th and Joey Costa in the 64th. Corbo now with a throw-in for Adelaide City. Finds Ayubi, back to Corbo. Costa wants it in short. Still Corbo, finds Ayubi. Who's in the box? Harpus was. Oh, almost got to Harpus. Solania did very well, but Costa, who's been everywhere tonight, steals it, and Adelaide City come again.
So Costa again tried to do tricky something there.
Tricky feet.
It didn't come off, but it's MetroStars going into attack. Kamara, he's up front. In the way though, Adelaide City just pushing it around, and Costa was there. Itabona ends up back with Costa. Went straight to Cooper O'Donnell. Esposito's been grabbed. But the play on, Gal goes back. Cooper O'Donnell switches it to Henderson.
Oh!
Couldn't control it. It's gone straight to Harpus, to Itabona. Can they put the nail in the coffin? It's probably halfway there anyhow. As it goes, a shot!
This time he held
This time he gets the Bronx cheer from the fans.
Bowls it out to Barbiero. O'Donnell to Gow. To Barbiero. Corbo and he collide, but it's all innocent, says the referee. Mr. Henderson, what can he do? Goes along the ground to Morrie. Not too many players near him, so he has to go back to O'Donnell. Interesting ball to Gow. Gow did well to control it, but he couldn't get past Ayubi, and Ayubi breaks for Adelaide City.
Ayubi wins the ball, but now he loses it. Morrie's got a bit of space. Now he can run. But it runs into a roadblock. And he ends up with
good skills.
Smith. Right hand side. It's come unstuck again. Harpus. Goes short. Itabona loses out. Still Adelaide City. Ayobi goes back to Corbo, to Bar.
Gee, Fabian's run his guts out, hasn't he, Brazza? Have a look at him.
Yeah, he's done a lot of work in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
Look, Metro. Sorry, I had to duck that because I was going to hit me in the head. Look, obviously, again, I just feel that Esposito and Dylan Smith probably haven't had the games that Metro probably needed. You needed those two boys really to stand up tonight, and I just feel that they haven't really had an impact in the game, and it's probably looking at the fella up front where he's done a lot of lone running on his own with no support.
Fair assessment is now Barbiero tries to work it out of defence. Morrie's deep to try and get some ball. Morrie backtracks. O'Donnell down the line. Horrible ball, and got closer to Brazzali than he did to Kamara. And you're not even playing, Brazza.
Did you see my touch?
Bad touch. Bad touch. It's a coach's touch. Of course, Brazza used to play for the Adelaide City in West Adelaide.
He was on a bad player too.
Back in the old NSL. Don't know how many fans you had when you played for West Adelaide. As Costa now shoots from distance. Solania tries to clear it. And the referee's seen something, offside flag.
And looks like another change.
Many death threats, Brazza, when you played for West Adelaide? From the Italians?
No, it was all good.
It was all good, was it? That's good. And another change by MetroStars. They go to their bench.
Frangakis.
Davis off.
Frangakis.
Frangakis.
I think it is.
Frangakis on. Luke Frangakis, number 3. Going straight up front.
Turn around.
Chance for the youngster to be a hero.
Coming off number 4, Justin Davis. Being replaced by number 15, Nicholas Tokas.
Oh,
Gee,
15,
your eyes
sorry.
are shocking, son.
They look like him, that's all.
Yeah, sure.
Anyhow, it's Adelaide City with the ball. Itabona. All he has to do is chip it over. Ends up with Costa.
Offside, no.
Costa right hand side. In Ayobi. Itabona.
Oh.
Not quite Itabona, that one. Went
That
over
was
the crossbar.
definitely game, set, match.
It is already, anyhow, I reckon.
Oh, we're just watching on replay there. Good work. Ayubi there. unselfishly centred it to Irabona from the penalty spot and just over the bar. Would have loved the goal there from him because his celebration is as good as his goals. There's now MetroStars with a chance, and it's been cleared by Halliday. Finds Harpus. Intercept by Solania Gutsy. There's Ayubi now for Adelaide City. Goes backtracking to Corbo. Corbo now being chased down by Kamara, who gave up the chase pretty quickly. Solania looks tired, has come across. Harpus. Corbo. Ayubi one way than the other. Fabian's just trying the rugby tackle now, and the referee sees it that way. And that's a free kick to Adelaide City. The foul's conceded to be mounting up as we just watch on replay. That's a tied challenge there by Fabian Barbiero. He didn't probably see it on that piece of replay, but just prior to that, try the old rugby. Free kicks conceded, Adelaide City 8, MetroStars 9. Gee, a lot more even than I would have thought.
Jai Kingburn.
Thanks to our statistician Jaden this evening, doing a great
Which
job.
is played at Joey Costa.
Oh, beautiful.
Irabona. Sell the dummy. But just didn't come off in the end. Going forward, looking for a player that came on.
Totskas.
As it goes to Barbiero. Right hand side. Goes in. Cleared. Only as far as Tim Henderson. Davis. Henderson. Solania.
Davis is off, by the way, mate.
Oh, sorry. Look like it's Barbiero there, sorry.
Killing me, Jerry.
As it goes out, right hand side. You know me, I don't pay attention who goes off.
I know you don't pay attention, full stop.
Last night we had Herder Formie on. He went off in 5 minutes.
I'll get Jane to bring up the interchange stat again for you if you like, just to remind you every now and then. So the clearance from Woodlands. Adelaide City now 10 seconds away from extra time. They were bad last night. Admittedly, we didn't use the monitor too much.
4 minutes of time added on. 4 minutes.
There you go, 4 minutes of added time in this second half. It's the FFA Cup qualifying final. Looks like Adelaide City are going through with Adelaide Olympic. Ball in dispute, comes eventually down to feet for Kamara. Will he take a shot from distance? He does. And Orchard says thank you very much. And Costa will come away with it for Adelaide City.
So Costa with the ball. Looking for support. Goes all the way back to Halliday. This guy here is probably man of the match in my eyes. Barr. Lachlan Barr goes to Cooper O'Donnell. Right hand side of the park it goes now to Henderson. Inboard to Barbiero. Solania to Cooper O'Donnell. Gal. Inboard they go. Barbiero. Working hard tonight. Captain Solania. Good turn there by Maury. Goes wide. Smith was there. They get the cross there. Too close to the keeper. Easily taken. What do we got? Still about 3 minutes to go.
Yep.
Woodlands will relieve the pressure.
So Adelaide City 2-0 leaders over MetroStars tonight here at the Velo Football Centre in Adelaide, South Australia. Chilly night.
I think we all picked Adelaide City tonight?
No, Brazza went MetroStars. Is that right, Mark?
I did.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Look, obviously Adelaide City deservedly win this game. You know, they've been solid all game, especially in midfield and up front. They've had probably the better chances all week, all day. All night, I should say.
Yeah, you'll get there in the end,
I'll get
Bazik.
there somewhere.
Kamara.
I'm just cold.
I'm
Join the club.
surprised Brazza, Callisto's not on.
Yeah,
Must
there you go.
be
Right.
injured.
He could have a slight
Exactly.
injury, maybe.
Good point, Mr. Pepper. As Mr. Henderson now plays the ball forward. Too little, too late. Smith under pressure. Halliday takes it off him. Irabona wants it, but he goes to Ayubi instead. Irabona still in the box. Could end there getting it, but the keeper, Carmody, beat him to it. And a good take by Carmody in the end puts Barbiero under a little bit of pressure. Gow, 47 and a half gone. Not too much longer to go. 2-0 down. You think this is a bit too much for Adelaide City to come back from this as Kamara goes for a wild shot. And that's almost got the Seagulls at the back of the goal there as someone's going to their bench. Adelaide City watching on replay. Gow to Kamara, but I suppose he had not too many options there, Brazza, in fairness. Timed the enemy, and he had to do something drastic. And that was.
Well, you got 1 minute to go. Obviously, just take a ping and hope for the best.
So has that change been made, or the referee not allowing it? It will be made. Oh, Costa's coming off. You kidding? This is 2 nights in a row we've seen a sub being subbed.
Last night was twice.
Two subs got subbed, and tonight Joey Costa.
We got subbed for the first sub because we didn't see the sub.
Too many subs in that for me. Which sub has come on? 20.
Number 30, is it?
30, I think you're right. Nicholas Robinson.
Substitution.
33.
Darcy Dorber.
Again, you're I knew I shouldn't have believed you.
He's got it on the board there.
Oh, okay.
Make sure you look at the monitor. Anyhow,
I thought I'd trust you, but that'll be the last time I do that.
I saw a 3.
Yeah, so did I.
Presume.
Yeah. Solani
Presumption is the worst thing.
No, assuming is worse.
That's right.
Because it makes an ass out of you and me. As Maury now goes up the line to Henderson. Only one for respectability to get one back if they can, but it's been cleared. Again, the Adelaide City defence have been stout tonight as a nice chip ball. Bit of a body check there by Smith. The referee says it's all legal. Solani now gets the ball up forward. Maury couldn't control it. Itabona can. Itabona just hacks it forward and going for a run is Dorber. Related to the...
Yes, brothers.
Yes, definitely. The youngest of the Dorber family.
And that's the full-time whistle. We've played just over 4 minutes, so Adelaide City going through to the FFA Cup final 32 and a deserved victory to Adelaide City. Goals from Nicholas Bucco in the 55th, Joey Costa in the 64th, and, well, MetroStars just falling short tonight.
Yeah, good result by Adelaide City. 2-0 over MetroStars. Virtually from the go, don't you think?
I think the first half was a lot more even.
Always looked the better team.
First half a lot more even. The second half, it was all Adelaide City. And that substitution with Costa coming on just caused chaos in that final third up front. MetroStars defence didn't know who to mark in the end.
Their back line was supreme, weren't they?
Back line, Adelaide City's back line was supreme. They're not top for nothing. And look, whilst it is very tight in the Adelaide NPL, South Australian NPL, I should say, 3 points separating the top 6, mind you. Tonight, I think Adelaide City looked a little bit ahead. A couple of lengths ahead, if I could put it in horse terminology.
See if you can get Lockie Barr or even Joey Costa, whoever.
Yeah, Joey Costa would be an interesting one. So the captains or the coaches going off there, Robbie Saracino with some thoughts. Depth an issue, injuries an issue. And it is a big game. It is a big stage to be on. In fact, we'll go down to our boundary rider, Mark Brazzali, now with the super sub. Yeah, exactly. Joey Costa.
Obviously, we've got Joey Costa here. Joey, obviously, you came on half-time, and obviously from all of us, fantastic impact when you came on. Great feeling, be back at the club and to get into another final.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think 2014 since the club was last in the national stage. Everyone knows what we did, so it's a pretty new group. I don't think anyone's really experienced this before, so it'll be exciting for a lot of the young boys. Some of the older boys come to the end of their career, so yeah, we're looking forward to it. We've got a good team. Things are going well at the moment, top of the table, into a final, so yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Look, I think you started the game very well. You had a really good chance early on. But, you know, just all night, I think your composure on the ball and especially in midfield was fantastic to watch. And, you know, deservingly winning the game. And obviously for yourself, you'd come on at half-time and obviously you came off. Was it a tactical? Was it your
time
body
wasting.
or was it a time wasting? Yes, as Paul just said.
Yeah, I think coming off was time wasting. I don't know, maybe thought I couldn't run anymore. I felt like I couldn't. But we've got a really good team. There's so many good midfielders in the team. I came back from an ankle injury about 3 weeks ago, so I think Paul's just trying to manage the squad. We've got Kerr, who's away on national duties as well.
Yeah,
so
of course.
if he wants me playing, I'll do the job. If he wants me off the bench, playing 40 minutes and coming back off, then I'll do the job.
You do what you have to do to get the result.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, fantastic, mate. You know, obviously you guys deserve to win, and congratulations again. You know, you're sitting at the top of the ladder. Obviously sitting at the top of the ladder for a reason. You're a good side. Paul's done a fantastic job with you. So I don't know if you guys got anything else to say.
No, it's all good, mate.
So, look,
good luck in a couple of weeks' time against Olympic.
Yeah, good luck against Olympic in a couple of weeks' time. And look, hopefully it all goes for you tonight.
You better get back to the boys.
It's still early days, only eight weeks into the season, and we haven't won anything yet. So yeah, we've got a big game against South Adelaide, try and cement top spot. It's been up and down, top and then fourth, and then second, third. So we've just got to kick on from there. At the end of the day, we haven't won anything yet. So good on
well done, mate. Go and enjoy your mates.
Thank you.
All the best.
Cheers.
All right, cheers.
Joey Costa there with Mark Brazelli. It's true they actually haven't won anything, but it's always a good feeling. Just speaking to a couple of the hierarchies of clubs, and Braz, you'd be involved in that as well.
Yep.
It's always a big carrot to get this ticket into the last 32, because you never know, you might draw when it comes to national exposure, and getting a Melbourne City or a Wanderers there.
Yeah. Oh, look, definitely, guys. I mean, end of the day, you start your pre-season, and similar to what I used to say to my teams, there's 3 trophies up for grabs. FFA Cup, coming top as a minor premier, and obviously a top 5 final series. So that's what you play for. This is what these guys work hard to play for, and obviously they're in a final to win a trophy, and obviously go on and play on a bigger stage.
And you remember in 2014 they beat Western Sydney, didn't they, in the
At
round of 32 at Martin?
Yeah, that was
and
Tommy
Western
Love.
Sydney won the Champions League that year.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Look, it is. It's fantastic. It's a great competition to be in for everybody. There's a lot at stake, and obviously this year is fantastic that we've got 2 sides representing South Australia.
And 3 if you count.
Oh,
Adelaide
3 if you
United.
count Adelaide United.
Yeah,
yes, sorry.
Absolutely.
Could be 4.
Could be 4 if they win the NPL Grand Final Australia-wide.
Australia-wide.
Braz, a fair result tonight at the end of the day?
Oh, definitely. I think, look, if you look at if it was a boxing match, I think LA City definitely
First half was fairly even,
would have
mate.
won the points in the end.
Yeah.
I think they had some very good chances. I think they just dominated a lot in on the park. Their structure was good. They were disciplined. They knew when to pull the trigger and get players forward and create chances. And obviously, when Metro tried to get forward, they blocked them a lot. So I thought, LA City were very good tonight.
Robbie, talk us through those full-time stats.
Yeah, looking at the shots, Brazza, Adelaide City with 12.
Goal attempts, I'd call them.
Yeah, goal attempts, MetroStars with 8.
That's fair.
Shots on target, Adelaide City 4, Metro none.
Does that
90
surprise
minutes.
you?
No shots on target.
Well, if you look at the way they played, and obviously they every time they won the ball, the passing was better. They obviously got into better opportunities. They just looked a lot more composed as a group tonight than what Metro did, and I don't want to harp on players, but look, these games you need 10 players obviously playing well. You haven't got time to have 2 or 3 passengers, and I felt Metro, without naming names, had a couple of boys out there that probably weren't at their best tonight. Okay, and that was the difference of both teams.
Corners was 3 to Metro, 2 to Adelaide City. Free kicks conceded, 9 MetroStars, Adelaide City 8. Offsides, 2 to Adelaide City. No yellow cards and no red cards, which is good.
Yeah, those final few stats you don't read too much into, but the goal attempts you do, and the shots on target. So not a shot on target for MetroStars. That's disappointing. And as you said, probably without naming names, a few more boys could have had a bit of a higher output up front for MetroStars.
Yeah, definitely. Look, it was a great night, guys. Look, the weather was good. There was no how do I put it? No player can say, look, the conditions were bad and all that. So it was a good night for football. So there was no excuses for any player tonight in the weather. So you had to come out tonight and you had to play.
Mark. Yeah, sorry, no.
And that's fine. And obviously there was a couple players, I felt definitely with Metro that, that they're key players. There was a couple of key players there that have been good for them the last few years, just went a bit missing tonight.
What about the injuries for Robbie Saracino for the season proper coming back? There's a few names you boys mentioned during the call.
Dorber, Melissi.
Yeah, Dorber, I spoke to him before the game, and look, he's a 50-50 whether he's going to come back. It's depending on his injury. He's broken his leg, and it depends how bad that is. Obviously, Delos is their captain. And he was
captain last year. Sologna's the captain.
Sologna's captain this year. Sorry, but obviously he's been a key defender for him for many years. Look, Robbie will regroup. They're a good side, no doubt about it. Obviously they're playing against a good side tonight. There was you're playing against a team that's setting the benchmark at the moment.
And boy, did they look on fire tonight. Mark Brazelli, thank you for coming out tonight during the week. Nice. We've been blessed with boundary riders. Benny Dale last night, your great self tonight. Robbie Detroyer as well on Saturday with the rain. he braved it out, him and Penny. You got away with one tonight, Brazza.
I was pretty lucky tonight, guys.
I think you were, mate. That hair is intact brilliantly. Thanks, Brazza, for coming out tonight midweek.
Thanks,
all the best.
Thanks to our statistician, of course, Jaden Betterman, who also is an assistant referee. So we've got part of the referees union up
he's
here.
a referee as well.
Are you a referee?
He referees
of course
the
he did.
under
He did the match before. Yeah, absolutely. Paul Bombardieri, our producer, who would be making Jim very proud at the moment, I've got to say.
He would be proud of you.
You have excelled in every way, and Jim, as a protege, his protege, he'd be very proud of you, mate. There's no doubt about that. Upstairs, the boys doing it tough as well. Not as tough as last night. Chappie, you're always a champion, mate. You did 2 nights. Dylan Despotakis up there as well.
I was
Dylan.
a bit worried you said upstairs. I thought you were going past them.
What do you mean, Pastor?
To the Lord.
No. Chappie's not ready for the
Or
Lord
to
yet.
Jim up there.
Yeah, no, not yet, boys. So Dylan Despotakis and Chappie, Robbie Chapman up there doing it beautifully in these conditions. The backbone, all the team and all those that have participated in the FFA Cup qualifying finals. We look forward to your company for the grand final. It's what date in July, Rob?
July 14th, Wednesday night.
July 14th, a Wednesday night.
And we're back with live streaming on Friday night.
Absolutely, but here
Big
from
game.
the Velo Football Centre, the FFA Cup qualifying final score, Adelaide City running out victories 2-0 over the MetroStars. Keep warm and we'll catch you next time. From Rob Peppercelli and Paul Pellizzari, good night.
Well, Leeds United, England's elite, Marcelo, El Loco of the league. Here we go, win your bucket as you throw home. You're the king of Eleanor. Champions of Europe, Billy Bremner, blue, white and yellow, starting to remember. Are the good times coming back to Leeds? With Bielsa, United fans